We're live coming to you from the Atomic Dropcast Studios. Brian, how you doing over there?
I'm doing fantastic, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Of course, you guys know me as the host of the Efed Podcast, Mikey Unlikely. With us, as always, is the producer and co-host, Brian.
What is going on, folks? I'm here in the chat. I'm low. Hope that's a little bit better.
How we doing? Is Brian too low?
Too low. Can't hear.
God damn it, Brian. Everyone's... That's the general consensus in the chat.
Aren't you motherfuckers?
Come on, man.
How about now?
Now we can all hear you. It's like his mic isn't on.
It's definitely on. I can't pull it closer to me. I've got too many things here I've got to operate.
Well, we're going to be good to go, I think. And Brian, this is your debut on the video side, even in the Efed Podcast interviews. You've never been seen on video.
Yeah, I mean, just because all these slack asses don't go watch Savage Souls videos.
Only music videos.
Those are lousy with my image.
Yeah. So check out the swordgang.com. Drink. We're going to hit what is now the Efed Podcast Top 100 Drinking Game, brought to us by Lynn's in the chat. Last year's number one, and we'll see where she places this year on the list, Brian.
Oh. Intrigue.
The rules to said Efed Podcast Top 100 Drinking Game: take a drink every time Mikey or Brian says .com. Every time Mikey or Brian says shoot pop pop.
Pop pop.
Every time Brian fires Joe.
Oh, Joe's fucking fired.
Every time there's a Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels reference.
Oh.
Oh, this way.
The GOAT. No, he's not the GOAT.
Every time Bobby Dean says something funny in chat, Bobby Dean, hope you're watching.
Hey.
If someone from your Fed gets announced, take a drink.
There you
go. If you've heard of the person or follow them on social media, take a drink. Let me get my charger here. My phone dies. If the person announced has been a guest on the podcast, take a drink. Good rule. And if the person announced has been I'm sorry, that's the same one. If you're the person announced, finish your drink. So there you have it. And I think they made one if we fuck up cards, take a drink. So we'll see how that goes.
Hey.
So Brian, before we get into today's top 50 of the top 100 countdown, we're going to hit a recap of the first 50 last week. You got that recap video standing by.
I do indeed. Are we ready, folks?
Mm-hmm.
All right. They're going to roll fast. So here we go.
Jason Cash. Nemesis. Lycana. Thunder Knuckles. Sebastian Everett Bryce III. Ruby. J.C. Keaton. Ash Blake. Darius. Freddie Kilgore. Marcus St. John. Myojin. Eddie Dozier. I think we spelled it wrong in the picture.
Oh.
Gideon Gage. We spelled it right this time. Scrow. Jack Harmon. Shujin Yama.
Easy for you to say.
Ben Bronson. Void. Courtney Hatchett. Dash Daxon, rolling in at 80.
Oh.
Matthew Knox.
Knuckle up.
King Flip at 78. At 77, Xavier Reed. Candy rolling in at 76. Gotta love Candy. Clay Bird, he's got a nice hat at 75. Jim Cadis from the XWF at 74. Trey Boucher, Action Wrestling, number 73.
He can do it.
Headhuntress Aya, EWC, number 72. Griffin Hawkins, Whammy Bar, 71.
Wow.
Asriel Buzzard, number 70. Tyler Bradford, 69. Whoa. Dio, 68. Jamie Love at 67. King Kong Frank rolling in at 66. Carlos Ruiz, 65. CK Butcher at 64. Chadwick Kyle, 63. No, he didn't pay more for 69. Dickie Watson rolling in at 62. Killjoy Ito at 61 of the EWC. Narumi Satsumi at number 60. El Pablo at 59. Stitches at 58.
Oh.
Samantha Hamilton at 57. Matt LaCroix rolling in at 56. Rick Dickulous, he's after your mom at 55.
There he is.
A Deacon, 54. 7 foot tall mute freak. Stalker in Defiance at 53. And Caden Paulton at 52. Finally, NC-17 at 51. As you can see, we've got a lot of representation from a lot of different feds. Some feds have multiple characters already announced. And if you hate that, you're going to hate the second half too. Because the feds who came up to vote, they showed up in numbers.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're playing along with this here drinking game, that was a lot of shots just now. I'm sure some of you know some of them people. Matter of fact, Pleasant, what are you doing? You're already talking about somebody quit. Take a shot.
To announce this week, I am not drinking Bud Light. I got more shit for drinking Bud Light last week than I got for the countdown. Who was in it? So I can proudly say I got an IPA with Prison Mike on set.
Before we move on any further, this fucking microphone is right in my face. Oh, wait.
Get that mic out of your face, son.
Sorry, hold up. I figured something out. How about now?
How about now?
I don't have a webcam, so that'd be tough.
Even more perfect. Sounds pretty good. What IPA am I drinking? I am drinking Heart State, a new Ohio brewery apparently, from Columbus area. They have a Break IPA. It's very hazy. It's very thick. It's almost like orange juice. If you like them New England and you like them hazy like I do, it is a great new beverage.
Sounds awful.
Brian, you'll hate it. Absolutely. No doubt about it.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Y'all were bitching about my mic this entire time, and now you're going to tell me I sounded like Megatron?
No longer Megatron.
I'll never get those settings back. We should have kept that.
Joining me next is our producer, Megatron. You just need the picture or the mask or whatever.
Yeah.
Ron Hall, get on that.
Hey!
Brian, so before we get started, let's give a shout out to our sponsors real quick. Guys, you know you got to go through them. FSW, the Future Stars of Wrestling, FSWnetwork.com. Take a drink. I believe it's $6.99 a month for great wrestling action, easier to operate than the Peacock Network, which is atrocious. So there's that.
Fuck that bird.
Let's give a shout out to OccupyProWrestling.com, Alex's great community. Take another drink. Shit.
The fucking ad roll is gonna get people drunk.
Yes. So check out Occupy Pro Wrestling. It's a great wrestling community with predictions, with YouTube videos, reaction videos, all kinds of stuff. Alex runs a fun little community over there, and everybody's good with it. Right, Brian? Power to the smarks.
100%. As far as I know, as far as what I've heard over there, they're putting the smart back into smart marks.
That's what I hear. Check out ewts.com. I'm wearing the Frap Life T-shirt, the Hollywood Bros, as we speak. Check that out over there, as well as the opportunity to put your shirt on ewts.com. Of course, support us on Patreon, support us on Twitch. Click follow, subscribe, all the things, whatever it is we do here on Twitch.
Yeah, join the Discord. Definitely subscribe here. And I don't know if we have it set up properly yet. We'll get to that point. But if you have an Amazon Prime membership, you can like a paid subscription to this channel for free. Like it's already in your Prime membership.
See, there you go. That would help us out, help the show out, and do more fun stuff like the Top 100 Countdown. And we have good ideas. Next week, we're going to be doing the top 50 tag teams.
Next week.
And after that, we've got some more stuff going on. So keep tuned to the Twitch channel. Brian doesn't even know what's going on because I just throw stuff at him. Here we go.
Oh, man.
All right. It's the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Top 50.
Top 50.
Brian, we're going to hit him with number 50. Are you ready?
Here we go.
Apparently you are. Jeffrey James Roberts of the High Octane Wrestling Group. Rolling number 50. You can check them out at howrestling.com.
.com.
There's going to be a lot of drink breaks, folks. I'm playing the game. Jeffrey James Roberts, I believe that's Brunk's new character. And if memory serves me correctly as of recording, he is undefeated.
Oh, imagine that.
So there you have it. Rolling number 50. Rolling number 49. Kitsune. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Of Shoe Project.
Kitsune.
Shoe Project. No Twitter, but I like their little Fire Pro characters over at shootproject.com.
Pop.
Oh, shit, that's a double drink.
Oh, shit. Well, I mean,
Gonna get rough, folks.
Technically, if you say .com and then I say .com,
that's like what? That's one .com.
One.
That's just one.
So if you say .com, just say like shootproject.com, and if I don't .com, that's not a drink.
I guess not. No, that's not a drink.
All right. And is it shoot pop is a drink, or is it just pop?
Oh, good question. I believe in the rules it is shoot pop.
Oh.
Did you know the S in Kitsune stands for shoot pop?
Oh. Did not.
Now we drink.
Hey. I can't keep.
All right.
Last time I played a drink.
Oh, also, Mikey, for those of you in the chat, please, when you have the opportunity, if we drop a Fed that you're involved with, drop the link in the chat so people can check them out, because I don't know the links to all these Feds. I do apologize. I know a few that I've been a part of, or maybe, I've been around quite a bit. So, shootproject.com. 48, Buck Dresden, also of shootproject.com. I believe a repeat from last year. Not the same position, but also on the list.
You gotta love
yes.
it. You love to see it, Christy.
You do love to see it, Christy. I've got so many screens going on, guys. I apologize if I'm not always looking at the camera, because I've got my phone watching the chat. I've got my other laptop watching the countdown. Here we go. Top 100 countdown. Brian, what do we got at 47? Shoot pop.
Again.
They're running the table at the moment. I can assure you it's the last for a second. But we got Nate Robideau coming in at 47. The Shoot Pop folks came out in droves to vote.
Robideau looks like a real boxer, like he might rope a dope.
Some Muay Thai in there. I like it. Rope a dope. No. Has the bus even chartered yet? The bus has not made the list as of yet. We are eagerly awaiting the appearance of said bus.
I always hate
Brian
on the bus.
Number 46. What do we got? Let's bring in another Fed. How about Thaddeus Duke, this side, of the XWF? He is at better_than_you on the Twitter machine. He was very active in our Discord for some time. and hope to see him back soon. But Thaddeus Duke of the XWF. Ooh, excuse me, rolling at 46.
Somebody dropped a link or at xwf99.com.
There you go.
For XWF, obviously. Some Wrestling Coalition, I'm not sure what that one is.
They're all just dropping their links at this point. But yes, xwf99.com is where you can find Thaddeus Duke. Duke.com.
Them damn Duke boys.
Mm-hmm. All right. Brian, 45 on the list this year.
45.
I just had to delete the Twitter at the last second because apparently the man left Twitter, but maybe smartly, Brian, as you would say. Robert Main, rolling in at 45 of the XWF, was liking a lot of the podcast stuff before he left Twitter, so maybe it was part of something we did.
Oh. Are you pontificating that we could possibly rub people the wrong way?
Never here on the podcast. Of course, you can find him at Robert the Omega 1 if he does come back to Twitter. So there you have it. Oh, yeah. XWF. Let's see what comes up next, Brian. Oh, a third XWF in a row. We got Thaddeus Duke, we got Robert Main, and number 44, Alias. It's your boy Brian on the podcast.
It's Elias. It's pseudonym. And now
pseudonym, as we call him, yes.
And now seeing this pick base, I'm gonna start calling him Shotgun Pseudonym.
Oh no, too far, too soon. Too soon. Alias at years. I am not Alias on Twitter. He's with the XWF and recently the XWF Universal Champion, but I believe he just lost it. But shout out to him. He made the list this year with both Alias and Shujin Yama in classic-wrestling.com.
Oh wow, okay. I didn't know he was handling that. Awesome.
So really, he's our premier American champion. So he was holding both titles at the same time in both feds. So shout out to Alias.
Shout out to Pseudonym.
Pseudonym. All right, number 43. Brian, what we got? Do a little transition.
I'm trying to be mean to Brock over here. You want me to?
Oh, of course.
Do producer duties.
Vodka Black, I believe formerly Marie Black, or Vodka Marie, I apologize. At Vodka Black on Twitter, a fun follow, a nice person. Also running at Fight NYC. I believe she has something to do with the leadership over there, if I'm not mistaken, but I very well could be. I'm still new to Fight. It's a new RP Fed that popped up, and it seems to be doing very well. It has some strong players inside. And if you guys are looking for a challenge, check out Fight NYC. If you want to drop the link in the chat, we would greatly appreciate that because I don't have it handy. But you can find her at Vodka Black on Twitter.
At Vodka Black on Twitter.
Co-owner, she is in the chat. Shout out to Vodka Black. Oh my God, it's me. There you go.
There it is. So just follow her here on Twitch. DM her. Send or him, her, whoever it is. You never know when it's a female character. Like, is it?
Knee wrestling, yeah, you don't know. But shout out to the handler behind Vodka Black at Vodka Black on Twitter. Give him a follow. Give him a follow here on Twitch.
www.fight-now.com.
There you go. I'm looking for an RP Fed to try a new character, a little comedy action. Maybe I'll have to give him a little check out at fight-now.com.
A lot of dashes these days in these
well, hey, listen. Races. It's hot.
It's hot.
Hot.
It's all about that dash wrestling.
Brian, here comes the hot stepper.
Oh.
There's a throwback to the Atomic Dropcast days.
Here comes the hot stepper.
Murderer. All right. 42. Speaking of murderers. Wait, what? Not a murderer. Dolly Waters. At the Dolly Waters on the Twitter machine, XWF, representing again the lyrical gangster. No. Dolly Waters, 42. XWF, thank you very much for coming out and voting for your guys because they are all over this list.
XWF99.com.
There you go. Brian remembers. Orville Redenbacher remembers, and Brian does too.
You once took me through a town That
Orville, yes, Orville, yes. Ha
like the
ha!
factory or something, right?
Funny enough, they make Schmucker's jelly there. So if you ever
Oh,
had Schmucker's jelly, shout out to Orville, Ohio,
hey.
middle of nowhere. Okay.
Yeah,
What do you call
factories
it? A
they don't make.
geographical oddity.
I'm a dapper. I'm a dapper Dan man. Damn it.
Dapper damn man. Brian, I'm enjoying having you on video. This is a lot of fun.
Oh man.
All right, Dolly Waters. At the Dolly Waters, give him a follow. 42 on the list. All right, number 41. What we got, Brian?
Oh.
Scorpio at peoples_camp with the EWC. You can find them at EWC, the number 4 life.com. Early sponsor of the Efed Podcast. Shout out to those guys, President Mac. Good people. EWC is going to have an after show, actually, of the Efed Podcast Top 100 Countdown, where they talk about what happened as far as their handlers. They're going to do a little podcast here after we get done, Brian. So shout out to EWC. That's really, really cool.
I mean, we should do a run-in.
Well, 100% we're going to do a run-in. You know that's going to happen. We're going to get with the man here shortly. So, Brian, before we move on, I think, is that where we got the recap ready?
All right, so the recaps are based
50 to 41, right?
they're based in tens. So, I named two scenes the same thing. Yeah, 50 to 41. Exactly. Yep. So we just
So here is a little recap of what we've just seen. 50 to 41 should overtake the screen here shortly. Yes, there's our shout out to Z-Manzilla for doing these caricatures of Brian and I.
That we are just continually using.
Yes, forever. Well, we own the rights too. So, of course, 50, Jeffrey James Roberts. Shout out to Brunk of High Octane Wrestling. Kitsune, shoot, pop, pop. Take a drink. Buck Dresden at 48. 47 is Nate Robideau. Thaddeus Duke from the XWF rolling in at 46. Robert Main at 45. Alias / pseudonym at 44. I hope he adopts that and uses that sometime. Vodka Black at 43. Shout out to that handler, a fun person to interact with. 42, Dolly Waters. And finally, 41, Mr. Scorpio.
Hell yeah.
What do you think, Brian? Do you need a drink already, or what should we do here?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, this much like our last foray at a drinking game. I'm out. Quick.
Me too. I'm getting close. So let's take a quick 3-minute break for a drink run, and we'll be right back.
Well, let me see. Hold on. What can I play? Because I'm just gonna. All right, so I have an intermission, but I don't want to blow that just yet. I'm just gonna replay the recap. There's gonna be no audio, folks. This is gonna be the recap of 100 to 51 once again, just for anyone who might be new.
Is it gonna loop, or what's it gonna do?
Well, I mean, it takes about a minute and a half. Ish. I'll be back. I'm just grabbing a drink. I'll be back quick.
Okay.
I don't have to ascend from the basement.
Oh, well, thanks for spoiling the gimmick, Brian. I
Well,
try to make this as nice as I can down here. All right, I'll be right back.
Well, I thought that was the gimmick. You're in the boiler room.
The boiler room brawl. Here we go.
All right, folks, let's try this out as Mikey exits. Here we go. We'll start again with Jason Cash. You got about a minute or so. I don't have any audio sync to this, so be right back, brother. Islands in the sea, rain going on. Oh, Gideon Gage. All right. So we're scrolling
All right,
through
I'm
these.
back.
Oh, quick transition there. I guess we can let these play through.
I'm out of breath, but I'm back. Damn it!
I mean, you didn't have to sprint.
I got a new kind of beer too because, as Brian heard, my last one was a little messy.
Oh yeah. There's a whole warm towel needed.
Are we live right now? Can everybody hear us?
Yeah. Well, to my
Oh,
knowledge.
very good. Hey, everybody, you can hear me now, so good news. All right. We can transition back whenever you're ready, Brian, or is this going through all the way through?
I mean, it can. I can jump out of it. I figured we could let it go through again, flash the last 10, and then we get back into what we're doing.
This man is a producing genius, folks. Let's give a shout out to Brian.
Hey!
Efed Podcast would not be where it is today without Brian. 86 episodes in, as you can hear us.
I knew that clip already from. I hate. I forget who said it. It plays as a little post roll. Anyone who doesn't listen through the entire theme, like there's a post roll that keeps getting added to, and it's some fun stuff in there.
We have a lot of fun at the EFED podcast. If you haven't checked it out, I know you guys are checking this out because the top 100. You're hoping your name's called. I get that. I appreciate that, and I'm glad you're checking us out. That said, check out the EFED podcast. It's a fun podcast. We talk to all kinds of handlers in the game, whether you're an Angle, RP, Caw. It doesn't matter. Whether you're in Shoot Pop Pop, in EWC, the XWF, Defiance, Classic Wrestling. We've talked to so many legends of the game. We've brought handlers back. It's a great place to advertise your Fed. It's a great place to have fun and talk and go over stuff. So episode 100 is going to come up here next year, and that's where we cut off the scheduling for the interviews. We're going to do some new stuff in 2022. Keep your eyes peeled on the Twitch channel, the YouTube channel. We're going to try to transition into some more video action.
Oh.
So if you're down for video interviews in the future, please hit us up in the DMs on Twitter. Hit us up on the DMs on Discord. We're happy to hear from you, and we're happy to get set up post 100, but I think we are going to go video only, and so the people who are audio only, unfortunately, will not be able to interview post 100.
Well, I think it's as a good time as any. You mentioned Defiance. I got a little thing here. We'll run it. We'll run it and we'll transition back.
Yeah, check us guys out. If you want to check out a cool angle fit, check out DefianceWrestling.com. Take a drink.
There it is.
You love to see it. Right back to us.
Just a quick little logo sting, courtesy of Tom Ford. Shout out to Tom Ford, who's one of the I just got sidetracked because Lynn's posted the link in the chat, but it's like defiancewrestling.com/index.php. I don't think you need all that, but yeah, shout out to Tom Ford. Does great stuff. Tom Ford and I took over Defiance, 6 years ago? 5 years? Something.
And it's been a while, yeah.
It feels longer. But other than, honestly, it's been a joy, other than, letting Joe in.
Fired. Take a drink.
Super fired. We got some other commercials coming up, too. In the intermission, you'll see some. There's actually one that Mikey's not seeing yet.
Oh, snap, another one. But we've also got one that's going to be a big reveal, Brian.
Big reveal. That one is not in the intermission. So in the intermission, you'll see the Defiance one again. You'll see the Tom did. You'll see one that I did, and then later we'll have a big other thing.
Well, good. Let's hop right back into this podcast. Yes, we can fire Joe from Twitch. We can fire him from Discord. We can fire him from everywhere. Classic-Wrestling, Defiance Wrestling. Let's hit number 40, Brian.
Number 40.
There you have it. Back to the EWC. You can find David Miller at the EWC, number4life.com. Not on Twitter. Drink.
I keep drinking and saying things, and
then you got to drink again.
This is what got me in trouble with the Royal Rumble.
See, if you guys have, I did a Friendsgiving party last night with friends as opposed to family, and it was terrific, and we drank so much. And incredibly, I have no hangover. I'm excited to be here and ready to drink some more. So this is a great weekend.
Sunday at 9:30. Let's drink more.
Let's drink more. I got work in the morning. Okay. Number 40, congratulations, David Miller, EWC.
100%.
Brian, moving on to number 39, also of the EWC. Amazingly, this is another one that everybody voted the exact same way. They all included the effin or the freakin' or the Jordan effin Sharp. So the gimmick is well known. We've got Jordan effin Sharp of the EWC at JFSEWC on Twitter. That's where you can check them out. And again, good peeps over there at EWC. Check out their podcast later tonight in their Discord.
There you go.
And give them a follow at JFSEWC.
I'm responding to chat. Brunk dropped in there. He handed the death over to us in 2018. So 18, 19, 20, 21. 3 years feels like 5.
Shout out to Brunk. Hey, shout out to Centurion in the chat. I think it's Dizzy. He said that we peaked on his interview and it's been downhill since.
Hey, we've heard
Centurion, you're fired.
we've heard that before. I believe episode 1. It was all
You're
downhill.
fired. Yeah, we've gone downhill since episode 1. YouTube views were through the roof that week. And then not so much since. No. All right, guys. Next on the list, number 38. EWC running the table right now. Melody Malone at Imagine My Venom. EWC alum dropping in at 38. They had 17 in the top 50. That's an incredible number. Not as many in the bottom 50, unfortunately. But here's another alum, EWC, Melody Malone at Imagine My Venom on Twitter.
You love to see it, Christy, and honestly, that pick base looks like what I imagine Christy looks like.
That's about right. You love to see it, Christy. You love to see it, Melody, making the list at 38.
38.
Hey, it's not easy. Listen, it's not easy to make this list. It's not easy to make the top 50. It's not easy to make the top 40. I can tell you right now, the person who's making this many, I mean, you're at plus 12 votes just to get anywhere near the top 50.
Well, is it one of the drinking rules if Bobby Dean says something funny in the chat?
Yes, it is. I just took a drink. Do I have to take another one?
He says I have a new favorite character. And Lynn's at least LOL'd it, so
Take a drink. His favorite was Samantha Hamilton last week because I think she was naked.
Sex sells.
And listen, it wasn't personal choice of picture. I'm pulling these from their Twitter ads if they have one.
You're not finding out their pick base and want to find like this
The dirtiest picture I could find. No, I'm not that guy.
Oh man.
All right, Brian, rolling on this list. We got 37. Shoot. Pop. Take a drink. They're back at number 37. Joshua Breedlove. I'll drink to that.
Is that a real surname? Breedlove?
I would imagine it would be, but it is very kinky at worst.
Oh.
Check them out, shootproject.com. If you guys are into Fire Pro, I heard someone describe it as the lazy way of efedding. So if you want to check out Shoot Project, they make your character. All the matches are simmed, and you just angle based on whatever happens to your character. It's pretty crazy.
Shit, that might be the new wave for me.
Right? It sounds pretty cool. So shootproject.com. Drink. Damn it.
I mean, the drunker I get, this is either gonna like take that gimmick too far or make me pull it back.
This is because of Lynn. So by come number 20, we're going to be fighting about Sean versus Brett.
Oh, I mean, that's nothing to fight about. Sean's whack. It's the greatest. Anyway,
We'll fight about that later.
number 36.
Ayumi Seppuku.
Easy for you to say.
Brian, go ahead and try that one.
All right,
How would you say that?
Ayumi Or Ayumi Seppuku.
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 Hey, baby. Shout out to the wife. Okay. Ayumi Seppuku at shootproject.com. As it was listed in the chat, it sounds pretty cool. Attributed to Mikey Unlikely. Shootproject.com.
The question in the chat is being asked, and maybe someone from Shoot could clarify. Is Ayumi the one pointing or the one rubbing his head?
The one pointing. And I believe that the one holding his head is Ben's character, who hates the shoot pop pop. Or B's character, not Ben. I'm sorry. Hates the shoot pop pop.
I'm sorry he hates it, but I mean, come on. It's funny and it's over.
So Ayumi Seppuku, you do and you clean it up. Shootproject.com.
.com.
Oh, also important note, Ayumi Seppuku is the first transgender character in Shoot history.
Oh.
There you go. I like how Brian's just taking a smoke. Shout out to Meg in the chat, one of our habitual listeners to the podcast. She checks out everything we do. She's a great customer over at EWTs. Check out 5bw.efedtees.com for all of her merchandise. Meg is a great supporter of the show. Shout out to Meg. I know she's had a tough year this year, yes, and we hope 2022 goes great for her and her family, and we're cheering you on, Meg. Let's keep her rolling.
100%.
Here we go.
Where are we at?
We are at
35?
Number 35.
Oh, shoot, pop, pop.
Shoot, pop, pop. Take a drink. Dan Stein of shootproject.com. Unlike most in Shoot, you can find him on Twitter at sexiest in Shoot. There's no the. He is not the Ohio State. He's at sexiest in Shoot.
But given his Twitter name, you're assuming he is the sexiest in Shoot.
It's hard not to assume that, Brian, just based on the name. Dan Stein. Man, drinking games are not conducive for live broadcasting.
I mean, to be fair, though, also just how we normally conduct ourselves is not conducive.
Also not conducive to live broadcasting. Usually we have so many outtakes you guys are not allowed to hear. It's
all of this is a bad idea from start to finish, T to B.
Hey, before we get any further, Brian, let's give a shout out to Denzel Porter back on Twitter, the man who faced some recent terrible criticism. Glad to see him back. Give a shout out to the EEW network, the E News network. We got Seth Evans, he's on there. They got Chris Page, I believe he's part of that, where he does the fireside chats with the XWF guys and other people recently outside of XWF. And there's another one, Denzel Porter. There's a Bip Scaleless, if I'm not wrong. It's like a Skip Bayless gimmick. But yeah, shout out to those guys. They're like us, Brian. They like branching out into other eFeds and just bringing the game full circle. I know Chris Page is doing his own little podcast gimmick where he's interviewing other people in the game. So shout out to him for doing something similar.
There you go. Yeah, we talked about Denzel was doing like lists and whatnot.
Just like our top 100 here, but he's doing like, hey, top 5 faces or top, whatever. He's got stuff going on Twitter. Check him out. Denzel Ward. I don't remember the Twitter ad offhand. If someone's got it, check it out in the chat. But yes, Chris Page, Denzel Ward, Chris Evans. No, not Chris Evans. Seth Evans. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm getting drunk. Fifth. Let's move on. 35, Dan Stein. Shoot pop up.
Is Mikey drunker than I am?
All right, 34.
This is a rare occasion. Shout out to Red Bull. That's all I gotta say.
At Denzel Porter 4 on Twitter. Give him a follow. Good guy in the game and helping all eFeds connect, which is what we're all about.
100%.
34 Azraith Dimitri, I believe another one from last year's list, moving up at 34. Find him at shootproject.com. Not on Twitter.
Not on Twitter.
Oh shit, did Azraith get 34 2 years in a row? That's something I gotta fact check, Brian.
Oh, I remember his image, and we only did 2 videos last year, so I don't think so. I don't think he got that deep into the list.
I got the results of last year right here. Oh, he went from 35 to 34, moving up one spot this year on the list. So shout out to improvement.
No.
There you go. This is fun because now I can search for everybody and see where they placed last year.
There you go.
Okay.
Kind of like you can search for a myriad of videos on future stars of wrestling.
FSW or FSWnetwork.com. Drink.
God damn it. I need another drink.
Bobby Dean wants to take credit for that one vote that pushed him from 35 to 34 because he joined Shoot Pop Pop this year. So let's give another drink for Bobby Dean in the chat. Funny shit. Prison Mike.
Prison Mike. The Dementors.
You know the worst part about prison? Oh, I fucking love that bit. All right. Bobby brings the votes. He certainly did. He's yet to come on the list. Spoiler alert. 33. Shoot Pop Pop. The run is over. EWC coming back in strong with Ace King at Ace King EWC. Of course, he is with the EWC, which you can find at EWC4life.com. If I say EWC one more time, what's going to happen? I think Candyman shows up.
Bobby Dean said I come all over that list. That's not. It's funny, but it's not that funny. We're not drinking for that one.
Not drinking to that. Ace King, last year's number 99, moving up 66 spots to 33.
Shit.
So shout out to Ace King. I believe he was the EWC World Champion last year. No idea this year. They got a big WrestleFest pay-per-view coming up. Check that out in December. I think it's some ridiculous amount of time, like a 24-hour show or a 12-hour show or something stupid. Check it out. It's crazy. It's a great experiment. I absolutely love it. I'm trying not to swear as much as I want to. EWC4life.com, at Stranglemania on Twitter.
Yeah, Stranglemania.
But at Ace King EWC. Sorry, Brian.
You love to see it. I was like, at Stranglemania, where it's legal to strangle people. It's like the Purge.
You love to see it, Ace King. That might be our single biggest move year to year.
That's huge. I mean, yeah. He said double dubbers, but still at the same time, like, yeah.
Yeah. Besides people who didn't, I believe, place last year and then place in the top 5 this year. How about that?
Yeah. Well, spoiler alert, none of my characters are on here, so everyone in my fed's fired, so. if they're hanging around here waiting, I don't know what they're waiting for. You're fired. You don't work.
Ace King, 33 of the EWC. Brian, who's next?
Who is next? Indeed, it's number 32.
Ooh. It's Gage Blackwood of Defiance Wrestling.
Speaking of people fired.
He is fired. He is fucked. He is out. Sorry to Gage Blackwood. Number 32 on the list this year. Gage is the man who ended Mikey Unlikely's 499-day fist run in Defiance.
Indeed he did, after Scott Douglas.
1 day short of 500 days. 1 day short.
One day short, one frap short.
Check it out, The Frap Life, Hollywood Bruvs,
EWTs.
EWTs.com.
Frap Life. Yeah, shout out to Gage Blackwood, handled, of course, by Roland. Defiance has been rolling on for, I guess, since 2018. He's
been a big part of it, man.
Under Tom and I, and in the past year and a half especially, Roland has really I tricked him into being staff, and he's really taking the reins. And
He is now the backbone of Defiance.
100%. If he decided to bounce, we'd be scrambling.
Current Fist of Defiance. Damn it, Mikey. Shout out to Gage Roland. Great character to work with. Had a fun time telling our story over 2 arcs. And Defiance Wrestling is a great place to do angles. If you love storytelling, Roland is terrific. He's in How, he's in Defiance, and won't be the last time that he's talked about here today on the list. So shout out to Roland. Really, really strong player in the game today. If you're in another Fed, you'd be blessed to have him. I can't recommend anybody in this game more than I can recommend Roland.
And speaking of, that needs to be a whole. That needs to be a whole segment once we go more video. Like people you've met Roland.
Oh, I could do a whole video interview. Like I've met over 20 handlers. I'm still chasing Lynn's, I think, by 1 or 2. We'll talk about that later. I'm trying to become the most met handler in the game. I'm also going to run an EFED convention, so check that out. Wait for that. Brian, you're going to be highly involved, and you're going to be there live and in living person. So check that out, guys. The EFED convention coming soon. I planned it before the pandemic, and since then it's kind of been put on hold. I've checked some prices since, and it's not too shabby. So we'll see what happens.
Because of the pandemic.
So 2022, keep an eye out for the EFED convention hosted by the Efed Podcast. And if everybody is feeling froggy, we're all going to hop into one location and meet in live and living person, have a podcast live, and do some fun stuff.
Yeah, so if you want that to happen, first things first, if you have not already, join the Discord, subscribe to the podcast.
Please.
If you're interested in that in the least, and you want it to happen,
I know where this is going.
Patreon.com/Efed
Podcast. Check out the Patreon. We do have some great Patreon subscribers currently. Want to give a shout out to them. They help us out each and every month. Some have been with us since the beginning of the podcast.
It's crazy.
I believe there's 3 or 4 of them have been with us since then. But shout out to all of our patrons over at patreon.com/Efed Podcast. For as little as $3 a month, you can join the Efed Podcast and hear ad-free early editions. There's a $10 a month edition where you get the video versions and all kinds of stuff. Then there's the $20 version if you want ads all over the show, like FSW, like Occupy Pro Wrestling, like EWTs.
Ooh.
You can join that $20 patron level. But we appreciate each and every one of you just watching us here tonight, watching us in the future. Please tune in, and if you'd like, join our Patreon.
And speaking of EWTs, if you join that $10 or $20 level, you get a free design and free T-shirt on EWTs.com. You still got to buy the shirt, but we'll put it up there for free. We'll do the design for free, whatever you want. If you need some custom graphics, we got you. It's one of the giveaways on our Patreon. So there you have it. All right, we've shilled the shill. Number 31, Brian. Shout out to Roland at Gage Blackwood. 32. There it is. There he is. The biggest boy. It's Dex Joy. Rolling in at 31. Defiance Wrestling on a roll. Brian's going to hit it every time a Defiance rep jumps up. And why not? There it is, DefianceWrestling.com. The Fist. Dex Joy, hands down one of my favorite baby faces in e-fedding today. He's a great read. He's a great author. If you like overwhelmingly happy people, check out The Biggest Boy, Dex Joy, although I haven't read recently. So if he did a heel turn or something, I will be appalled. I'll be the first in line with the pitchfork. Well, we were talking about Roland earlier. I don't know if he was in here, right? He might have just missed it, but Ross is in here. Ross is in here. Shout out to Ross. The other Emmerman. The other Erman. There's Ross, Ross, Roland, and Rill. That's right. The three Ermans.
So shout out. Yeah, we did do a Gage Blackwood here at 32. All right, the biggest boy, Dex Joy. That is who's the handler there, Brian?
Marcus.
Marcus. Yep. Dex Joy.
We went over this. Roland kind of runs the Fed. I don't appreciate you putting me in the spot.
Brian, there's only one Fed I can ask you about it. It's Defiance. So
But even that one currently, as you've mired me down with this top 100 and 50 and whatever, like.
First of all, I've privileged you.
I don't know what my character's doing over there right now. Oh my god.
All right. He is the pissiest boy,
Hey.
I guess.
Oh,
Seth is burned.
nice.
Shout out to Seth. Thank you. Thanks, Seth, for joining us. Appreciate you.
So we got Seth in here. So he's staff. We got Ross. He's like pseudo staff because he's related.
He's
to
like the
staff.
brother of the staff.
Well, and he's also been doing win losses for us for like a year now. If Defiance questions come up, one of you motherfuckers better answer.
Ross, Roland, and Rill are your go-tos.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm saying they better answer. All right.
All right, guys, moving on. Here we go.
31.
31.
Oh, wouldn't you know it?
We just did that. Let's go to number 30.
All right, see, it's why this drinking game is not a good idea for us to participate at least.
Number 30, Brian, your former character, but it was taken and now given back to the original handler.
Yep, borrowed it, gave it back. Ryan Strasma is a great writer, and I got to do it for him.
Shout out to Strasma making the list here with number 30, Kerry Kuriyama, DefianceWrestling.com. Great angle fed if you haven't heard. He doesn't have a Twitter but is a fun character, and I'm not going to spoil it. Nope, not spoiling it. But also a handler over at classic-wrestling.com. I got to give that to my man. Just won the tag team championships at the most recent show. Oh, Brian, this is the video I haven't seen. Classic-wrestling.com. That is incredible. Is that a Tom Ford production?
Nah, I put that together today.
Brian, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Check it out, classic-wrestling.com. If you're into 80s wrestling, if you're into the old school kayfabe, brother. First of all, brother, I'm going to the gym. I'm cranking those tunes. No. If you're into the 80s promos, if you're into 80s wrestling, if you're into 750-word micro-feds, check out classic-wrestling.com. We're having a great time. We got custom art. We got a great website built by our boy Solex. And we've got great graphics all over between Brian, Billy, and Solex. And I'm building the caricatures, so check those out. Classic-wrestling.com. Brian, hit it one more time, just for fun. So I can enjoy it in all of its glory. Classic-wrestling.com. Keeping the kayfabe in classic wrestling. Shout out to Alex, I just stole that.
Oh, I messed up the transition. You made me laugh. All right.
There you go. We're back. But Strasma is the new tag team champions. The amazing Amarettos, the magician tag team. We are all about the over-the-top gimmicks, and we now have magicians as tag team champions.
Yeah, you love to see it. Matter of fact, Strasma, when we hit the intermission, I guess probably
right now. Yeah, we missed the last recap.
Did we? So let's hit that recap. We'll go to the intermission for a break, and there's a little extra spicy stuff there for everybody. There's some videos there. There's those two commercials. So what it was like, Tom sent me the Defiance deal. I was like, oh, it's awesome. And I was like, but I'd be remiss
if Mikey's Fed was not represented in the countdown.
Right? So I grabbed a template and threw something together super fast. But yeah.
Well, the good news is we still have more classic-wrestling characters to go where we can drop that in.
Oh.
Spoiler alert. So if you're watching, stay tuned. But we're going to do a little intermission now. We've got some commercials lined up, some fan entries, if you will, and more.
Real quick before we go, how about we? All right, so we
Let's
crossed.
do this recap.
We crossed 30, right?
Yep.
So
let's do that. Let's do that 40 to 31.
I'll say let's jump to 50, 41, and then we'll do 40, 31, and then go to intermission and come back.
Yes, sir.
It is.
So if you're not caught up, it's Jeffrey James Roberts rolling at 50, Kitsune, Buck Dresden, and Nate Robideau, all of Shoot Pop Pop.
Pop, pop.
46 is Thaddeus Duke of the XWF with Robert Main and Elias, alias Pseudonym, all of the XWF. Vodka Black of Fight NYC.
Holding it down in the chat.
Holding it down in the chat. Shout out. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We got 58 viewers right now. Thank you all for watching. And please hit that follow button. We would greatly appreciate it if we could get some more followers here on the show. Dolly Waters at 42 at the Dolly Waters on Twitter. That's an easy one to remember.
Islands in the stream.
Scorpio at 41 of the EWC. Brian, what do we got next?
Next up, there you go.
David Miller at 40 of the EWC. Jordan freaking Sharp of the EWC. Melody Malone of the EWC. I'm getting tired of saying it, guys. Joshua Breedlove. Shoot. Pop, pop.
Pop, pop.
Iomi Seppuku. Dan Stein. Shoot. Pop, pop.
Pop, pop.
Azraith Dimitri. Shoot. Pop, pop.
Pop, pop.
Ace King at 33 of the EWC. Gage Blackwood, 32 of the DefianceWrestling.com. And DexJoy, 31, DefianceWrestling.com. Guys, thank you so much for watching so far. 58 viewers. Thank you so much. We're almost through the countdown here. I'm getting hammered. I am moving on to a different IPA. I will announce what that is when I get back. In the meantime, we'll be right back with you here on the Efed Podcast.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Josh Breedlove here.
How long we got, Brian?
Handler of Max Damon, Neo, Hawaiian Hardhead, David Hunter, Mendo Kindo, Holomake. Take your pick. I've been doing this for a while. And you are watching the Efed Podcast Top 100.
Hey, this is SWA Studley, and you're watching the Efed Podcast Top 100.
This is Warren hailing you from America's Heartland, known for writing The Deacon, a two-time member of the Efed Podcast Top 100, and I believe one of the first Efed characters to have a shirt on efedtees.com.
Hi, I'm Lizzie. I'm the cat of the 5UW Fedhead, and you're watching the Efed Podcast Top 100.
Hey, this is Jay, handler of Kylie Moore, owner of Revolution Wrestling. I also handle Sierra Louise, and you are watching the Efed Podcast Top 100.
Hey gang, it's Strasma, the handler of such favorites as Defiance Wrestling's favorite Saints champion, Kerry Kuriyama, Classic Wrestling's tag team champions, the Amazing Amarettos, and of course the guy who keeps punk rock and pro wrestling, the Escape Artist President. You are watching the EW Podcast Top 100 Countdown.
This is MJ, and you're listening to the Efed Podcast Top 100. Fuck you, Brian. Bret Hart's the best.
All right. Hey, that's all me. I am. You know what, Brian?
I know.
You're fucking
I
fired.
can see this.
Hey, don't play a fucking drinking game with the
Are we
producer who
live?
drinks.
Can people hear us?
They should now for sure.
Get it together, bruh.
People saying they still can't hear, but I mean, y'all are on a delay for us.
Yes. Can you hear me as I speak right now?
You guys are the best, but obviously mostly Brian. Correct.
So shout out to Brian there for fucking up the audio.
Hey,
So Vito
hey.
Valentino, as I said, my guy, my man, the real world's heavyweight champion over at classic-wrestling.com. Here's a commercial again for you. So shout out to Brian. Shout out to Arthur Pleasant in the chat. He is our world's heavyweight champion. Just won it at the pay-per-view in your haunted house.
Oh wait, MJ's over there too.
MJ is over there too. Get ready, MJ. Here it comes.
And he's also in Shoot Pop Pop, right?
And shoot, pop, pop.
Oh, okay. He's fired.
And he's fired. Peace.
Fired.
Yes, please join the Classic Wrestling Discord. I'm happy to have you on. Happy to have you join. We're looking for some baby faces. For the love of God, we need some baby faces.
Well,
all right, moving on.
You could have Scott Douglas, but somebody fucking retired him. I mean, what are you going to
do? Vito Valentino is a great babyface champion, so we need a heel to beat him, but we got plenty of those. So give me some more faces.
Mikey wants all the
28.
faces.
The only man without a picture in the countdown. So pissed.
Shout out to Seth is Burns.
Seth is Burns, our guy Alvaro de Vargas, ADV, making the list at 28 of DefianceWrestling.com.
You love to see it.
Shout out to Seth. I offered to bring the classic wrestling art to Defiance, so stay tuned for that. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know. We're talking about that, but we just inducted our first ever Hall of Fame member in the existence of Def. Our first Hall of Fame member ever, out of character, Chris King.
What? No, shout out to Chris King. Rest in peace, brother.
Yeah, rest in peace. Chris King, first ever, both in and out of character, whatever. We did it in character, but obviously he's not a character. But Chris King did an amazing amount of selfless work to make something like Defiance happen. He was always just incredible to work with and so easygoing. And he lost his father mere months, maybe a year, I forget, but not long before we
lost him.
We heard of his untimely passing, so it's very unfortunate. And yeah, so I don't know. I really don't know if we'll have too much more Hall of Fame, but right now, one member, first member, Defiance Hall of Fame, Chris
King.
Salud. Rest in peace, brother.
No, love to hear that. Shout out to Chris King. But yes, Alvaro de Vargas, Seth is Burns on your Discord, on your Twitter, Twitch, whatever it's called. DefianceWrestling.com. Great angle, Fed. Lizzie Hope in the chat.
What up, Lizzie? So up next.
All right.
Number 27.
Here we go. 27 on the list. Dan Ryan, repeating from last year. I believe last year he was pretty high on the list.
Brunk strikes again. Because he
Brunk for a second name on the list.
He was 50 as well, right?
I'm trying to find that. Did you already find that?
I know he was 50, but I don't remember the name.
Oh, you mean, yes, Jeffrey James Roberts.
Yep.
Or James Jeffrey Roberts, one of the two.
Jeffrey
James. Last year, Dan Ryan was number 7 on the countdown. So, yeah, still made the list. I believe it's not a character that's currently active. So, dropping from 20 spots is not that bad considering not active all year.
Indeed.
Also, odd that 27 is the number of people he's killed. Thanks, Jake. Dan Ryan, a Defiance legend, a high-octane wrestling legend, HOWrestling.com. And, of course, all over eWrestling, Empire Pro Wrestling's Fed head at one point. Most 100%. Points. All points.
The only Fed I ever remember no-showing.
I would have too, Brian. I wish I could have. Sorry, Brunk.
I literally forgot I was in it.
Dan Ryan. Brunk's a great handler, a great person. Shout out to Brunk. And a great dad.
Cool dad alert.
Cool dad alert. Flash, flash. All right, 26 on the countdown, Brian. What do we got? Oh, there he is, the man. We talked about him earlier. It's Centurion, former guest on the Efed Podcast. Take a drink.
Ooh, I just did. Before you finish.
So is Brunk. Take another drink.
Hey, god damn it. I gotta work tomorrow.
So is Seth. Take another drink.
God damn it. I gotta drive 3 hours tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, Centurion. At Centurion Real XWF, number 26 on this year's countdown. Did he make last year's countdown? I thought so. Number 36. It moved up 10 spots this year on the countdown. A man who was a legend at XWF and came back and not only joined XWF but another Fed and is making his legacy known and obviously got a few more votes this year than last year.
Very nice. You love to see it. XWF coming out strong this year.
Strong. I follow him on Twitter, so I got to take another drink.
Strong like bull. I mean, I don't know any of these people pretty much, so
you're safe in that front.
Yep.
All right, Brian. Up next, number 25 on the list. We're down to the top 25 on the countdown. Action Wrestling's own Corey Black, also with Pro Wrestling Valor.
Oh.
You love to see it at King Corey Black on Twitter. Fun follow. Also part of the Terra Phoenix charity cruise. That's what it was. Nailed it. Charity cruise, which we were also a part of as a sponsor. Happy to see that event happen. And Corey Black, Action Wrestling and Pro Wrestling Valor own.
And Vodka Black's brother? Question mark.
Stories to be told. Great character from Jake, Corey Black, Vodka Black, my brother. There you go.
Yeah.
Corey is dope. Lissy Hope, also a fan. Corey Black, one time known as Creeping Death.
Oh.
So shout out to Corey Black. Formerly of the XWF, or maybe possibly still of. I'm not sure, guys.
25.
Apologize.
I mean,
we did our best. We didn't want to
number.
give away. We didn't want to give away the results and ask people where they're at. Only a few that I couldn't find.
Oh, she's my brother. Not really. Haha. I mean, unless. So not really your brother. But yes, there you go.
Brother from another mother, Corey Black.
Potential story there, for sure.
OSW alum. There you go. From Once Upon a Time as well. Love to see it. King Corey Black making list 25 this year.
All right. Everyone, obviously, she's speaking on the surname. But as I read it out loud.
You got to clarify.
All us blacks are now related. I'm making it canon.
There you have it.
Not
Vodka Black, Corey Black, Vodka Marie.
Yeah, not racist.
All
like
one and the same. All right, moving on. Here we go. 24 on the countdown. There it is.
Hey!
Lissy Hope. Shout out to being in the chat. Shout out to a great handler. Also, Action making a double run. 2 handlers in a row. Lissy Hope at Hope Lissy on Twitter. Action Wrestling. Drop that link, that Action link in the chat right now so people can get it. Check it out. They've got a great... Let me hit this, Brian. Hold on. Do I have the information handy?
actionwrestling.freeforums.net. Yay, Lizzie.
Before I go any further, Action Wrestling is having their annual Cruiser Havoc Rumble. Check us out, Brian. It's a live Royal Rumble in their Discord. It happens line by line from the commentary, live in the Discord, so all the handlers can check it out live. 700-word cap. It's the Cruiserweight shows, and you can, if you want to enter your character, whether it's a add-on deal, if you just want to show up for one show, you can do that. If you want to enter your character to join Action Wrestling, you can do that. But they've got the Cruiser Havoc Royal Rumble. Each and every year they do this. It's a great event. I checked it out last year live in their Discord. But this year it's December 22nd at 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern Time. And it's a great event. It's got more than one match. The tag team titles are on the line. All the titles are on the line. It's a big pay-per-view they do in their Discord live. Check it out because it is a blast. Action Wrestling. Check out their link. actionwrestling.freeforums.net. Great group of people over there and fun stuff they do.
And apparently Lizzie Hope, number 24.
Lizzie Hope.
Last year won the CW Havoc with the president of the Lizzie Hope fan club.
Lizzie Hope, someone I faced in another Fed. I am too drunk to remember the name of. I was Druck Dorji, the 7-foot giant Gonzalez pick base, and had a blast running that character very briefly with Lizzie Hope, and had a fun little pay-per-view, or not pay-per-view, but a match. And it was a good role playing against that character. And since then, we've had great interactions on Twitter at the Efed Podcast.
.com.
Take a drink. At Hope Lissy, a great follow on Twitter, a great handler to interact with. Check them out. They're over at actionwrestling.freeforums.com.
All right, so new
there
rule,
it is. Love you, Mikey. Love you. Appreciate you.
New rules from here on out. If you're the one who's gonna say the thing that makes the thing make you drink, I can't. What the fuck? Like I gotta play the gimmick, but I mean, what are you gonna do? All right. Shout out to Lizzie Hope. She's been in the chat for a minute, holding it down. You love to see it. Congrats. 24
at work
is a
as we
solid
speak,
number.
I believe.
Huh?
At work as we speak. She said if Lizzie Hope is number one, please announce it now before 10 p.m.
Oh man. Well, I mean,
so shout out to Lizzie Hope listening at work. Appreciate you.
You didn't get number one, but hey,
top 25 is a big deal.
It's fucking solid.
Lizzie Hope was 42 last year, jumping up 17 spots if my drunk math is correct.
It's probably something like that.
So shout out to Lizzie Hope. I think it's solely because of the Druck Dorji feud.
Hey, thanks, Michael Cole.
Mikey, unlikely. Okay, here we go. Shout out to Lizzie Hope, 24, great handler. Number 23.
Great pick base. Bobby Dean's new favorite. Up next.
Elise Aries. Billy in the field. Hope you're in the chat as well as the field.
He is not.
No Twitter at. Do not search Elise Aries on Twitter. For the love of God, don't do it. DefianceWrestling.com. Brian, here's with the video. You got a hand? There it is. Shout out to Billy, a great handler, a great guy, all around great person, handler of Ricky Rocks and Classic-Wrestling.com when we got off the ground. God
damn it, him too?
He's taken a break since, and he's only stuck to death, so I think you're safe.
Still fired.
But either way, a great handler. Shout out to Billy, great guy, lives in my home state, and I've run into him quite a few times on the road. So
yeah, you know what, and that's a geographical oddity that I've come to twice now, and he just doesn't want to meet me, I guess.
I guess not. No.
Man, hey, I mean, he's more into something like this.
He's out in the field at Classic-Wrestling.com. In fact, we have a backstage interviewer named Billy Fields. you want to use them, check out classic-wrestling.com.
Zagram.
All right, moving on, Brian. Number 22.
22.
Double
Yeah,
twos.
There you go. There you go.
There he is. The man with the podcast, the man in the XWF, the man, Chris Page.
Chris
At
Page.
Chronic Chris P on Twitter. He's with the XWF99.com. Runs a fun little podcast. It's a great listen. A lot of XWF handlers, a lot of other handlers with feds associated closely with the XWF, and a cute little Chihuahua dog, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Apologize if I got that breed wrong, but
Hey.
a nice dog and a cool guy on Twitter. Check him out at Chronic Chris P. Good follow, and check out his podcast as well. We give shout outs to all that stuff.
It's a lap dog, nonetheless, right?
Nonetheless, lapdog.
Yeah. As
Chris Page.
opposed to your wiry D-Lo dog.
D-Lo dog, he's sleeping over here.
And my 80-pound
Kane.
Kane over here.
That's gotta be Kane. Watch out for that choke slam.
I can't say his name too loud because he'll get up. But
That's what I was waiting for D-Lo to get up, but he's just upside down, paws up, asleep,
Oh yeah.
ass up. He don't give a fuck.
Oh, fuck face over here is laid out.
Yep, they are done.
Hey, wait, Kane had a little play date today with like a 2-year-old. So Kane's a 3/4 Razor's Edge, 1/4 American Bulldog. He had a play date today, unbeknownst to me, with like a 2-year-old American Staffordshire Terrier. and she was unrelenting. Gave him the business. Like, he was all about it for like an hour. But he's a big old fat fuck. He wanted to go lay down. And she's like, "Nah, motherfucker, we here now. Let go."
Let's go.
Well, speaking of let go, up next.
Let's go. Yeah, shout out to Chris Page, good person, number 21 on the countdown.
Oh,
Another good person, back in e-wrestling in 2021. Went from 0 to a hero at number 21. Our boy Kev, classic-wrestling.com. You can check him out. The very first real world's champion over at Classic Wrestling.
you'd love to see
All business, Alex Bruder makes the list at number 21. He is the man. He is the former Flying Frenchie in the FWO days. Great handler, a great person, and very active over at Classic-Wrestling. Check him out. All business, Alex Bruder.
Oh, where can you check him out at?
Classic-Wrestling.com.
You love to see it.
You love to see it, Christy.
All business. Hey, all business. He's all business. We're all business. You got to run the gimmicks.
All business.
Business.
And
All about
so,
that business.
Brian, that gives us room for another recap from
Yep.
30 to 21. I'm happy to do it. Let's hit it.
Hold up. Where's it at? Because I foolishly named two things. One recaps and one recap. So I need to go to the All right, so boom. Let's hit him real quick. Top to
Let's
bottom.
hit
50
Ah.
to 50 to 41. Boom.
Woo! Jeffrey, James, Roberts, Kitsune, Buck Dresden, Nate Robideau, Thaddeus Duke, Robert Main, Alias, Vodka Black, Dolly Waters, Scorpio, David Miller, Jordan freaking Sharp, Melody Malone, Joshua Breedlove, Ayumi Seppuku, Dan Stein, Azriath, Dimitri, I just butchered that one.
Azriath?
Ace King, Gage Blackwood, and Dex Joy at 31.
The biggest boy.
Number 30, Kerry Kuriyama, Vito Valentino, Alvaro de Vargas, Dan Ryan, Centurion, Corey Black, Lissy Hope, Elise Aries, Chris Page, and Alex Bruder, rolling in at 21. This has been a blast so far, guys. Hope you're enjoying it. 56 viewers right now. Thank you so much for listening and viewing and checking out our video broadcast on Twitch, our second video ever. Appreciate you checking us out. want to give a shout out to everybody listening. All these feds, XWF99, actionwrestling.freeforums.com, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Shout out to classic-wrestling.com, defiancewrestling.com, HOwrestling.com, Fight NYC. Their link is somewhere in the chat. I apologize, they're still new to me. And so many other feds. We are Shoot Wrestling or shootproject.com. It's out of control, guys. I appreciate everyone. All of your feds are checking us out, are voting, are getting involved with this community, with this e-wrestling thing we're doing. Thank you so much, and we're gonna keep on with the countdown. We're really getting into the nitty gritty, Brian.
And to be honest, for any of you feds out there, I guess it's too late now, but we didn't know either. But yeah, top 50, that thing, whatever, or next top 100. Man, hey, commission or get a little video. You see how short it is. Get a little video done. And
that's right.
We'll pop it in.
We'll pop it in there. And guys, keep your eyes tuned for Twitch activities from us. But if you want your Fed featured here, we're looking for more stuff to do on Twitch. I'm looking for more Fed heads to interview. I'm looking for more stuff to talk about. If you're interested in doing a video interview with the Efed Podcast, let's dive on here. Let's dive on Twitch. Let's do it. Let's talk about your Fed, your people, and your experience as a Fed head, as a handler, and so much more in the game. After 100, we're starting to book slots now for video interviews only.
Oh.
efeddpodcast.com.
Well, speaking of drinks, Brian, I'm out of one. So we got what?
We'll do a quick intermission.
Yeah, I only got the one video, so you're going to see it again. But you know what? I'll do it. Actually, let's do this. So everybody already saw it once. Let's, let me see if I can blow it up so I can see the whole thing.
We'll be back in 1 minute, 2 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, a minute or two.
You know what? If you're playing a drinking game at home, go ahead and finish your drink.
Yeah, top it, dead it. Go get a new one. We're going to. And yeah, so anyone who's already seen this intermission, you're gonna see it again, but it's gonna be without the overlay. It's gonna be full size. You're gonna see Warren, Studley, Strasma, Kerry Karamo, fucking hit the shit. Or how?
Amazing Amaretto, you mean? Classic-wrestling.
Hold on, you're fired. No, but it's funny because he says the name way different than I ever had, and I handled it for 8 months. But yeah, all right, boom, intermission, and hold up, Mikey, I'm muting you. I'm muting me. We'll be back.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Josh Breedlove here. I am the handler of Max Damon, Neo, Hawaiian Hardhead, David Hunter, Mendo Kindo, Holomake. Take your pick, I've been doing this for a while. And you are watching the Efed Podcast Top 100.
Hey, this is SWA Studley, and you're watching the Efed Podcast Top 100.
This is Warren hailing you from America's Heartland, known for writing The Deacon, a two-time member of the Efed Podcast Top 100, and I believe one of the first Efed characters to have a shirt on efedtees.com.
Hi, I'm Lizzie. I'm the cat of the 5EW Fedhead, and you're watching the Efed Podcast Top 100.
Hey, this is Jay, handler of Kylie Moore, owner of Revolution Wrestling. I also handle Seattle Louise, and you are watching the Efed Podcast Top 100.
Hey gang, it's Strasma, the handler of such favorites as Defiance Wrestling's favorite Saints champion, Kerry Kuriyama, Classic Wrestling's tag team champions, the amazing Amarettos, and of course the guy who keeps punk rock and pro wrestling, the escape artist Resin. You are watching the EW Podcast Top 100 Countdown.
This is MJ, and you're listening to the Efed Podcast Top 100. Fuck you, Brian. Bret Hart's the best.
Podcast. You saw my countdown there, just a terrible transition. Shout out to my new beer of the night. It's Brewdog, if you ever heard of. It's a Scottish beer company, also big in the UK, also big in Ohio. They just opened a brewery slash hotel in Columbus, Ohio, and now a separate brewery in Cleveland. It's Brewdog's Hoppy Christmas. So shout out to the Brewdog.
All right, so I was kind of only half listening. So if I picked up on all that, Murr's moving to Ohio.
Murr is moving to Ohio. Shout out to Murr, yet to come.
Oh.
Yes, Brewdog. I visited their brewery in London. I visited their brewery in Ohio. I am yet to visit the hotel yet, and the UK, or I'm sorry, the Scottish version.
Hold on.
So
basically, what you're telling me here is you are the Efed version of Ron Swanson.
I am. I travel for the things I love.
Well, what was it Lavagluin or whatever?
I don't know.
Some shit. Parks and Recreation.
Parks and Rec. Ron Swanson. I went all the way to London for a Brewdog brewery.
Hey.
So there you have it.
All right.
All right, guys. If you're ready, I'm ready for the top 20 of the Efed Podcast Top 100 Countdown this year.
Oh, shit.
If you made the top 20, Brian, that means that I'm drunk and I'm trying to find some statistics here, but I am not. If you made the top 20, you got 15 votes or more.
Very nice. Out of what, 80 total or something? 80 voters?
82 voters out of 857 nominations.
God damn.
I believe the average voter had 36 votes.
You love to see it.
So next year, fill up your cards and we'll see more names on the Efed Podcast Top 100. Brian said next year.
Yeah. Next year's, yeah, who knows?
All right.
Hey, next year, Fuzz. Where the fuck is Fuzz? Fuzz ain't caught no shit this stream. Fuzz has one calendar year to figure out all this bullshit I've had to figure out in
So you can handle the
4
top
days notice.
100 next year. Yeah. No, yeah. Dan the Masked Gamer, shout out to you. I think you're Dionysus, if I'm not mistaken, also of Action Wrestling. Yes, a brewery slash hotel. Rumor has it, I've not investigated myself yet, but the brewery is in the hotel.
Oh.
On the bottom floor, there's a tab associated to your room. And rumor has it there's a tap in the rooms that you can pull from. And you're docked whatever is taken from the tap. So that's just rumor and innuendo. I don't know the result yet. I will let you know when I make that stop.
Hey.
Yes, we're pretty drunk. Laugh my fucking ass off.
Who's drunk?
I'm drunk. Are you drunk?
I've not yet to begin to defile myself.
What is alcohol? Stop. I can only get so erect. Yes. So, hey, by the way, Dan, if you ever do make it to that brewery, let me know. I'm only a couple hours away. Maybe I can meet up, have a beer with you. So shout out to... I'm known around the EFED circles to meet other handlers.
All right, Fuzz is getting timed out since he made himself known to me. And called me a dummy at the same time.
Lissy Hope, you're pretty drunk. Okay, I sure am. All right, here we go. I have more messages below. I am way behind, guys.
You ready for it?
Holy hell. Where are we at on the countdown, Brian?
Man, shit, I think 20?
20 on the countdown. Here we go. Top 20 of the EFED Podcast. Top 100. Number 20.
Boom.
Excalibur of Shoot. Pop.
Pop.
Making the list at number 20. Also placed on the list last year. And although I hate to say it, Brian, nope, I am not going to say it because it's not true. not the last shoot pop pop of the night.
Very nice. You love to see it. Shoot pop pop coming out in force. That's a drink. The whole thing was said. I'm thirsty too.
Excalibur did not make the list last year. I apologize. So shout out to Excalibur and Shoot Project making the list at number 20.
20
MJ,
coming in hot.
yeah, that's MJ's second or third appearance, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. Vito Valentino made the list. Excalibur made the list. Who else? Third appearance. Courtney Hatchett, I apologize. Third appearance. MJ is running this fucking list. I tell you what. And we haven't heard the name Arthur Pleasant yet.
Let's hope we don't. Well, actually, let's hope we do so I can do this again.
There you go. But we're not there yet, Brian. Cut it out. Shoot. PopPop.com.
See, that's the problem.
No, it's not. It's not.
Folks,
It's shootproject.com.
we need the graphics. We need the videos. Everybody, next year, top 50. Get on it. If you think you're gonna place high,
If you believe your character's made the top 100, submit a video for your Fed so we can promote the shit out of it. Check out Action Wrestling Cruiser Rumble. I'm thinking about getting my character in there.
I used to love it to go to eat burgers at a place called Cruisers. That's as close as I could get.
No.
Cruiser Havoc, baby. Someone says in the chat.
Cruiser Havoc Rumble. I'm stoked for it because it's it's the coolest Discord event live that I've seen on Discord. So yes, I'm a little drunk, but check out Action Wrestling's Cruiser Havoc Rumble. I'm gonna enter my character. Fuck it. I'm saying it right now. I'm entering this year.
Whoa, this is a commitment.
700 words. I'm so in. I am in for the Cruiser Havoc Rumble Action Wrestling. But anyway, shootproject.com. If you want to have your character fire pro'd, check out Shoot Project. So many of my friends have joined Shoot Project in the last year between Lindsay Troy, between Bobby Dean, between everybody else.
Joe.
There's a huge
I mean, yeah,
Joe.
I've had
There's
to
a
fire
huge
a lot of
circle
people
between Defiance, Classic, and Shoot. It's incredible.
What are we talking about? It's like the four pillars of the Efed podcast realm right now. It's How, Defiance, Classic, and
Shoot.
Pop Pop.
And
I guess
according to this, according to the countdown,
it might be an octagon.
Now, according to the countdown, it's also XWF. It's also Fight NYC. It's also EWC. Shoot,
God,
Pop Pop.
I hate 8-sided rings.
We're going 10-sided. I don't care what we're doing.
I mean, 10 doesn't, I guess, I don't know. That's a weird gimmick. Here's a little palate cleanser.
Oh, Arthur Pleasant's joining with me. How about that? Vito Valentino, Arthur Pleasant, Courtney Hatchett. Someone's joining the Cruiserweight Havoc Battle Royal with me. You love to see it.
Here's a valid question. Lynn's asked in the chat. Do you have to be a cruiserweight?
Yes, 201 and under. So Mikey, unlikely, he's too fat. He's not going to make it. I'm going to have to put exclusive Eric Wilson, maybe one of the members of To The Max in there. Or maybe Duke Dibbins.
I mean, come on. I mean, what Kid Wicked?
Hold on. How do you remember that shit?
I don't know.
First of all.
I don't know.
That's way too fucking far back.
I legit don't know, but hey, folks, if you want to hear the story of Kid Wicked, what you need to do
Orgy's third leg.
is subscribe to the Efed Podcast and listen back.
Listen, Drunk Orgy's third leg. That's about right. Oh, fuck me. Too much. Giant Gonzalez's big dick is 203 pounds.
Hey!
All right. Oh, this is too much. Okay, moving on, Brian. Where we at?
I don't know. You gotta tell me. I forgot. 20.
All right, guys, tell us where we're at. We just did number 20.
19?
Or number 9. Yeah, 20 was up. Number 19 we're on.
Here, well, just to be safe. Yeah, 20 was Excalibur.
Excalibur. Number 19.
Oh, shit. I get to do it again.
From classic-wrestling.com. We love to see it. Lord Colossus. I got to give a shout out to Aaron. He's been a great handler over at Classic Wrestling. He's written a great character. Classic-wrestling.com. I believe he was formerly of the XHF Network. Aaron's been a great addition to our Fed. He's a friend of Justin's and can't say enough good things about him. He's a mathematician and he confuses our roster with regularity. Great guy, Lord Colossus, number 19 on your top 100 countdown. Classic-wrestling.com. Keeping the kayfabe in classic wrestling.
I'm gonna keep playing because I do love the reveal of.
I'm gonna need it after my main page now, Brian. Thank you very much.
Oh, you got it. You got it for sure. Yeah, I threw it together very quick. Only cost me $18.
Oh, so it only cost me $18 is what you're saying.
Hey, I'm
oh shit! Skipping through. Here we go.
Shit, gotta do it again.
Number 18 on the list. There is the man. No one expected him here this early, I'll be honest. But it's the man, the myth, the legend, the bus. It's hilarious, Brian, because last year Cale Murray made the top 10. This year Cale Murray doesn't make the list, but Double Decker does. Shout out to Murr, the handler of Double Decker, classic-wrestling.com. If you're not a fan of the bus, I don't know who you are, because he just made the list. He is the tugboat of classic wrestling. He is the bus, the Double Decker. His role plays are infamous within our group. If you enjoy ridiculous 80s promos, this is the man for you.
Infamous, infantile, whatever.
Look at the chat, Brian. It's just Honk City. The bus. Honk. Honk. I love it.
Let me see if I can.
If you don't love the bus, then fuck you. I'm happy to say it. I'm proud to say it right now. If you don't love the bus, you're not my favorite efedder. The end.
Oh, I hate riding the bus. You ever done it?
This is Murr to the max.
Hold up.
If you're a fan of Cale Murray, Andy Murray, who else did he handle, guys? Hit me up in the chat. The Murrays. He is Double Decker. He is Jack Hunter, the second version. The bus is the absolute man. I swear his role plays are... They'll make you love old school wrestling all over again.
I assume they're hearing it. I know you're not, but when you go for a bus honk sound, it's not honk. That's 18 wheeler. I mean, it's bullshit. So I mean, here
it's very much Double Decker is. I can't help it. I mean, he's lost as many matches as he's won. It's 50-50. Don't get me wrong. But every time you read one, you just cry laughing. And now he's got a goose who honks just as much as the bus honks. A goose? He's got a goose sidekick who sits in the passenger seat of the bus who honks. Oh, the Double Decker is amazing.
Mikey, I love you, but I think your Fed is everything I hate about wrestling.
It is. That's why I love it. I only wanted 80s style wrestling. I only wanted the crazy promos. You know something, brother? When it comes to me and you, I go to the gym. I eat my vitamins. I say my prayers. That's what I wanted. I wanted that back. All right. Let's move forward. I don't want to plug my own stuff too much that this seems like a shill.
I'm warming. What the fuck is it? It is a shill. I mean,
it is a shill.
Sponsored by FSW, Future Stars of Wrestling.
FSWnetwork.com.
Classic-wrestling.com.
Prison Mike says drink.
Prison Mike. DefianceWrestling.com. Power to the Smart Marks.
Yes, OccupyProWrestling.com.
EWTs.com, I hear tell those two fellows over there, when you deal with them on graphics and t-shirt projects or t-shirt, print to real product projects, they're super great to deal with.
Brian, I get the question, why do your t-shirts cost $25, $26? Why do they cost the same as PWTs? You know why? Because we prefer a softer, more comfortable material than you get at pwts.com when you order a $25 t-shirt. We prefer premium material. If you want cheaper material, let us know. We can hook you up with a cheaper t-shirt, but we like good shit. I'm tired of a PWT shirt that fades. I'm tired of one that just breaks up the logo when I wash it 5 times. Check out a super soft EWT shirt where you can get Frap Life, like the Hollywood Bruvs, for as much as $24, $25 plus shipping. Yes, $23, whatever it is.
Almost anywhere in the world.
We can ship to every country but 5 or 6. Anywhere in the world for a cheap rate. We've got a pretty good deal at EWTs.com. I'm just saying.
Just saying. Hey, and honestly, if it makes anyone feel any better, we make dick all.
We don't make a lot of money. Seriously. Double Decker doesn't have a shirt, but Murr does with the 24K logo.
Oh. See, I
We Are
almost had all
Men
that
shirt.
stuff ready. Yeah, 24K, yeah. All right, number 17.
17 on Top 100 Countdown. There he is. He's with High Octane Wrestling. He's with Defiance Wrestling.
Calm down. He's with Defiance Wrestling.
And with HOWrestling.com.
He's also in house.
He is the man, the myth, the legend. Roland's second or third appearance on the list.
Rolo!
It's Mr. Connor Fuse. You can find him on Twitter at FireFlowerFuse. He's also with High Octane. He's with Defiance. He's with the Handlers with Classic-Wrestling.com. No, he's not. Ross is. I'm sorry. I'm drunk. Ross is, and Ross makes a great character with hairy chest, but we won't get there just yet. Connor Fuse, number 17 on the list this year, at Fireflower Fuse, with High Octane and Defiance. He's the backbone of Defiance these days. And the man who also placed with Gage Blackwood. And that's it.
I believe so.
Yeah. Shout out to Roland. Great handler, great person.
Up next.
Oh, shit.
This video is going to get tired. Hold up.
Speaking of Defiance. Don't worry, guys. We're not done with your feds yet, but we're hitting a Defiance streak here with Henry Keys, the time traveler of Defiance, number 16 on this year's countdown. Did he make the list last year is the question.
Maybe, but I don't think so. If he did, he would have just been coming back in.
Let's find out.
I literally hooranged Brush. Ben Rush, as I now know, but I only knew him as Brush. I hooranged the shit out of him.
You are correct. He did not make the list last year. So from 0 to 16.
Fantastic. I mean, hey, Brush. So I took over. It's kind of a trend with me. I took over Creepy Justin, aka Stalker, Reaper, etc. I took over the IWF years ago, and Brush was a newer handler at the time, and he was one of the reasons I need to continue this. I cannot let it go, fall to the wayside. And then he started Henry Keys. He had Leanda Diocho, legend of
Leanda Diocho of the Wrestle UTA. By the way, Brian, Vodka Black says we need to put some subliminal messaging in the Defiance ad. I'm hammered at this point, guys. The drinking game is not going well for Mikey and Likely, I'll tell you that much. 16. Henry Keys, Defiance Wrestling.
Shout out to Brush, man. I'm glad. I'm super glad he's back in the hobby, and I'm stoked that it's within Defiance.
Oh, Brock, I love you. All right, moving forward. Number 15 on the list, Brian. Another Defiant. You love to see it, Christy.
God damn. Well, I mean, this. How do you? Here, look. I don't even want to lay claim to this. I'll just play yours.
Speaking of Ross, this is Roland's brother, Ross. He handles the comment section, aka Malik Garland in this case. A lot to unpack here, Brian.
Yeah, you could have like of all the people you've continuously stole since you left Defiance.
Ross is one of my favorites.
You could just have him.
Listen, Ross is super busy and he role plays every time I book him.
Well, no.
If he had
not
more
Ross,
time,
not Ross. You cannot have Ross. You can have
Ross
Malik
is mine.
Garland.
He's already mine. Ross is already mine.
Oh! Are we going to war? Are we going to war over the Immerman?
Listen, you can have Roland. I'm taking Ross. It's one or the other, Brian. You only get one.
No. You can have Malik Garland. That's it.
I'll tell you what. I'll take Ross. You take Roland and Rill, and that's the bottom line.
No. Fuck that. Fuck that. No.
Because Stone Cold said so. All right.
No. Hold up. That's a sucker deal. How about
Ross is rooting for the Bengals in chat. He knows what side he's on. He knows what side he's on, Brian. There's no fighting me. You see this, B? You see it? Right here. Bengals.
You know what?
Go.
All right, Ross, you did it. You're fired. But all right, here's the thing. You can have Ross, but you have to take Real too.
No. Real is all you. Real is all you.
Real is all yours.
Listen, I'll take Ross. I'll take Roland. You keep Real. We'll call it even.
Hey, folks, you heard it here. Live in effect. Real Immerman. Classic. GuysWrestling.com.
You hate to see it, Christy. We'll see what Real ends up doing. I believe right now he's out of the game. So shout out to the third Ehrman brother, Real. Ross is a great handler. Shout out to Ross.
It's pronounced Immerman.
Ross, his mouth.
That's for sure.
Love you, Ross.
Shout out to Ross.
All right, Brian, moving on. We're at 15 on the podcast countdown. Let's hit 14. Can we stop giving these Defiance? What is the deal?
I mean, can we not? I mean, because come on, it's legitimately the premier Fed currently standing.
Brian is fixing the list at this point. We've got number 14 on the countdown. It is Brock Newblood at Brock Newblood on Twitter, formerly of the NBW, now of DefianceWrestling.com.
Honestly, love Brock, and it's always sad when you gotta fire. It's kind of like Shawn Michaels to Margie Jannetty. It's tough when you gotta tell Joe, Margie Jannetty to fuck off. You're fired.
I hate to see it. Brock Newblood has threatened to join Classic Wrestling 14 times and failed to follow through every single time.
My man.
So you can keep that man over at DefianceWrestling.com. He's a big tease for me.
What Fed is that you're talking about?
Classic-Wrestling.com.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, that one right there.
Oh.
Check it out. Keeping the kayfabe in classic wrestling.
As long as that kayfabe is like based on being a bus or whatever.
Brock Newblood rolling in at 14 last year on the list. He made number 48. So some 34 spots. I can't math because I'm hammered.
Yeah, I'll do the math. I push the buttons.
Just push that button, Brian. What's number 13 on the countdown this year? Oh, there it is in the chat on the
Atara
countdown.
Themis.
You love to see it. Atara Themis.
It's one of those weird names that I know how to say from the podcast.
Hey, XWF, Splat, Pro Wrestling Valor, and Fight NYC. You love to see it. Atara Themis making the list at number 13 this year on the countdown. A great handler on Twitter, a great follow at Atara Themis. Someone who's super active, always repping their feds, always repping the role plays that she writes, he writes, whoever the handler is.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to this handler because seriously, a lot of votes here at number 13 on the countdown.
Getting a lot of love in the chat. Megs is Big Jump. Vodka Black says the sweetest girl. Meg again says Addie. And Rockzilla the Thriller says my girl.
There you have it. James Raven, the GOAT, Addie. You'd love to see it. Atara Themis, as long as the EFED podcast has been on Twitter, one of my favorite follows because not only does she retweet everything all of her favorite writers writes, but she's always retweeting her own stuff, always promoting her own feds, her home feds. A testament to having someone on your roster who represents you and yourself. Check out Atara Themis on Twitter. Check out the role plays. I'm sure a great writer getting this many votes on the EFED podcast countdown.
You love to see it.
You love to see it, Atara.
Themis.
There you have it. 13 on the countdown. Congratulations. That's awesome. Brian, what do we got at number 12?
12.
Boom.
It rhymes with that name. I can't.
Atara Themis, you got Terra Phoenix at 12. Hey. At the goddess Terra _ on Twitter. The person who ran the Terra Phoenix charity cruise. I always want to say tour. I don't know why.
That's right.
The charity cruise. Great event. We hosted the main event of night 1, which Lycana won, and we donated $20 to the charity of her choice. Great event.
Lycana hitting the list in the top 50? Or
absolutely.
First 50.
Terra Phoenix, a great handler. Also, Ulf Hedner is the handler of that character as well. So shout out to that person. They ran a great charity event, which literally hundreds of dollars were donated to charity because of Terra Phoenix. So
next go around.
Go ahead.
Anytime that we've donated money to something that Brian didn't know about, everybody drink.
No. Hold on, Brian. To be fair, I took this out of my half. I paid it out of my debit card, and you never saw the bill. So this was on me, and shout out to Terra Phoenix for even doing the event. I love it. Anything to do with charity, we're happy to promote. We're happy to get involved. If you're doing any charity events, let us know, and we will promote the shit out of our show for free. No worries.
To be fair, I knew that. I was playing up the gimmick of the reluctant producer. You told me that.
Yes, yeah. But yes, I wanted to get involved early enough, and I love events like these. And if you guys do anything else like this, please let us know, and we'll promote the shit out of it, whether it's your Fed or you as a handler. So, Terra Phoenix, great handler in the game.
Anybody I've talked to recently, if I sold the shit out of this to you, that's just what it is. I'm living the gimmick.
It's the gimmick. It's part of the gimmick.
I'm living the gimmick. Kayfabe,
so
brother.
Project Honor, IWF, XWF, and Fight NYC. One of the current Fight NYC champions, I believe.
Oh, very nice.
So you love to see it. Terra Phoenix. Brian, what do we got at number 11 before we hit a recap?
Yes, indeed. Number 11.
I love this picture. You ready?
Oh! Right up the nostrils.
Shout out to Strasmo making the list again. Resin at Resin420 on Twitter. This is the picture you'll get when you search that on Twitter. Making the list. He's with Defiance Wrestling, the top angle fed in the game, if you're asking me. No offense to anybody else out there doing their thing. But DefianceWrestling.com, Resin making the list at number 11, Resin420.
Hey. Rather than 420, he does that 420 thing. That's a very 420 picture.
You, me, and him both. What?
Which anyone who caught the intermissions, you get a great little piece there from Ryan Straws.
Yes, Ryan Strawsma.
Or Straws. And yeah.
Straws, as you know him. Well, Brian, that gives us to our next recap. We're at number 20 through 11. And trust me, guys, if you made 20 through 11, you got 15 or more votes. You love to see it. Excalibur, Lord Colossus, Double Decker, Connor Fuse, Henry Keys, Malik Garland, Brock Newblood, Atara Themis, Terra Phoenix, and Resin at 11. Amazing. Congratulations on everybody who made the top 20. This has been a blast so far. I've had a great time announcing it. I've had a great time counting votes. Well, not counting votes or making cards, but I've had a great time otherwise. This has been a blast, and appreciate everyone for tuning in. We've got 51 viewers currently. Thank you so much. And if you made the list, congratulations thus far, Brian.
Yeah, man. I mean, to your point of not having a great time counting or making cards, I was a ball of anxiety for the entirety of today.
To be fair, I surprised Brian last year with the top 100. I surprised Brian that we were doing it again. And here he is producing, hosting, helping, and doing all of the graphics. All the visuals you see are courtesy of Brian. So shout out to Brian. And not only Brian.
Except the Def commercial, which is 100% Tom Ford. Shout out to Tom Ford. There would be, I get a lot of the credit when you talk to people about it, but there would be no Defiance currently without Tom Ford. Like we would the takeover would not have had happened without Tom. And he did that video today. And killed it. Well, yesterday, I don't know. So there's some other shit going on with Ford too. We got another Tom Ford. We got another Tom Ford joint coming out, but
coming up.
But yeah. So I mean, Tom's great, and yeah. I don't know. I'm drunk.
I'm sorry, guys, but I hate to tell you, I got to do one more intermission before we hit the top 10.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry that we've been playing this drinking game. I'm hammered. Brian's hammered. We both got to probably take a pee, and we are up. Drink up. We'll be right back here on the Efed Podcast Top 100 Countdown. I'm Mikey. That's Brian. This is the Efed Podcast.
Boom.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Josh Spices here. I am the handler of Max Damon, Neo, Hawaiian Hardhead, David Hunter, Mendo Kindo, Holomake. Take your pick, I've been doing this for a while. And you are watching the Efed Podcast Top 100.
Hey, this is SWA Studley, and you're watching the Efed Podcast Top 100.
This is Warren hailing you from America's heartland, known for writing The Deacon, a two-time member of the Efed Podcast Top 100, and I believe one of the first Efed characters to have a shirt on efedtees.com.
Hi, I'm Lizzie. I'm the cat of the 5EW Fedhead, and you're watching the Efed Podcast Top 100.
Hey, this is Jay, handler of Kylie Moore, owner of Revolution Wrestling. I also handle Seattle Louise, and you are watching the Efed Podcast Top 100.
Hey gang, it's Strasmo, the handler of such favorites as Defiance Wrestling's favorite Saints champion, Kerry Kuriyama, Classic Wrestling's tag team champions, the amazing Amarettos, and of course the guy who keeps punk rock and pro wrestling, the escape artist Resin. You are watching the EW Podcast Top 100 Countdown.
This is MJ, and you're listening to the Efed Podcast Top 100. Fuck you, Brian. Bret Hart's the best.
I teased him, so. Hey, here we go. Prison Mike.
Prison Mike on the scene. I am fucking hammered, guys. I blame Lindsay Troy. Just so it's out there. She created this drinking game, and I have abided by every rule thus far. I want to give a shout out to the 50 handlers who have made it through thus far. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us, and hope you made the list.
Is Fuzz just now asking if he's timed out by me? Like, dude, I timed you out an hour ago, so you're timed out again.
All the times out. Brian, it's time for the top 10. This is it. This is the end of the countdown. It's everything we've been waiting for the top 100. Until next week, when we hit the top 50 tag team of the EFED Podcast countdown. This is it, Brian. Top 10 this year, 2021. This means you've had a fantastic year. You have a lot of friends, people who have thought your work was great this year.
All right, so after hold up. So I'm not the only one timing Fuzz out. Apparently, someone who got their sword back, someone who bitched incessantly about losing said sword, is now possibly abusing said sword. I mean, come on, bud. What are you doing, bro?
Come on, man.
Come on.
Anyway.
Anyway.
All right, guys. We're almost there. Top 10. Thank you so much for tuning in, for hanging in. We're 2 hours in. Holy shit.
We lost 5 people in that last break.
We've got 45 live viewers, 263 views so far. Here we go, Brian. Top 10. Who hit at number 10 this year on the EFED Podcast? Top 100 countdown.
1, bang. Oh,
there you have it.
You love to
Teresa Ames. Also of the comment section, DefianceWrestling.com. Number 10 this year. There you have it. Ross makes the list again at number 10. Malik Garland and Teresa Ames, both in the top 20.
Is Ross still in here?
Shout out to Ross if you're still in the chat. If not, shout out to Ross anyway. Great handler.
I mean, he might not be. He's on that Canadian time, you know. Check the barrels and whatnot. Check the barrels, not the clocks. Like,
Owen, check the barrels. It is time for Canada. Teresa Ames, check it out, DefianceWrestling.com. Part of the comment section. Happy to answer to anything you have to say.
All right, so just as a quick update, you had the fuzzy, like
fuzzy dice.
Yes, on your mirror hanging. And a pussy wagon. Even though you had the beer earlier that didn't want to act right. I've got a drink that just doesn't want to. I'm blaming it on the drink, like you did on the beer. Like the drink just keeps.
You need a minute? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No. Oh no. I was literally vamping. So Ross is here. So shout out to Ross. Number 10, you sorry son of a bitch. How did that happen? I'll tell you how it happened.
And Roland created a lot of friends in this game and 0 enemies. And that's how they make this list. The barrels are empty in Canada. Rest in peace, Owen Hart.
Hey!
I think that counts as a Bret Hart reference, so take a drink.
Oh, shit. Hands down.
Minus the Bret Hart right behind me.
Well, for starters, the barrels are not empty in Canada. There would be no Crown Royal.
They'd be full of maple syrup.
And they probably are. Damn Canadians. Anyway, enough of these Defiance folks.
enough of the Defiance, folks. Who's up next, Brian?
We've
Number
seen
9.
enough of this Defiance debauchery.
Debauchery. Bullshit.
Number 9. Oh,
God
damn.
Do it. Number 9 this year. Bribery is a hell of a drug. Number 9 is Seth is Burned. It's our man in the Efed Podcast Discord. It's our man on DefianceWrestling.com. Oscar Burns, former champion that Mikey Unlikely defeated for the Fist of Defiance. Oscar Burns.
Oscar Burns. Currently not twist and turns.
Not twisting and turning. I see he's a heel, which, according to my belief, is incredibly incorrect. So if I come back to Defiance and find Oscar Burns a heel, I'm going to be very upset. So I'm going to need you to do a quick turn back to the way you were.
All right, folks, you heard it here. Mikey Unlikely, back to Defiance.
Whoa. I didn't say that. But
Guaranteed. Hey, it's going to happen. Tune in, join. Let's do this fucking thing.
All right, I got 499 more days for you. All right, Oscar Burns. Former Fist of Defiance.
Shout out to Seth.
Great handler, great person. Met him in person and former guest on the show.
Oh.
That means you take a drink.
God damn you, Seth.
I also follow him on Twitter. It means I got to take 2 drinks.
I'm taking 1. Because he's a former guest. Now, that's 2 times on this list for Seth.
I didn't take a drink last time. I got to take another one.
He also has Alvaro.
The unpictured.
ADV,
the
only unpictured. Yeah. Shout to Chris.
Seth, get at me. I'm going to make you a Mikey Micro, as they call them.
Nope.
Classic
Seth,
wrestling.
Seth. Call me tits. We have to figure this out. It's got to be a whole changeover or not. We can't.
Hold on. Don't pretend Seth's not in classic-wrestling.com because he is. As Jurassic Joe Stone, Brian.
Where is that?
That is classic-wrestling.com. Jurassic Joe Stone is wrestling caveman. Check him out at classic-wrestling.com. But Seth is Burns is the character who made the list. Seth Burns, a great handler, a great person, someone who I met in person and introduced me to Katsu Burger. So shout out to Katsu Burger because if you ever had Japanese burgers, they are fucking amazing. I cannot even begin to tell you. The spice and the beef, it makes tears come to your eyes.
Now, I don't know much about that beef and all, but I can tell you is, if you want to get fed with good beef,
Bruv,
feedback.
We're gonna have this e-wrestling convention in Seattle because the fucking beef, burgers, Japanese. Shout out to Seattle, Washington for having some of the craziest mashup food I've ever had in my life, and all of it is banging. All of it is unreal.
All right. Well, shout out to Seth. Love Seth to death. He's another one who was deaf staff that tricked into being deaf staff. I think he tricked me because.
Brian, before we get to the next person,
yep,
let's give a shout out to Fight NYC because they're about to make a run because they have some of the hottest names in the game.
Oh,
they got some of the newest, hottest EFED in the game with their RP action over at Fight NYC. And they got some names because we're about to hear a few of them, including number 8, Brian. Hit it.
Hit him. 1, 2, 3. Get it. Oh, wrong one. Get it.
Number 8 this year on the EFED Podcast Countdown. It's James Raven. At James Raven Goat on Twitter. He is at Fight NYC as far as competing. So you love to see it. Shout out to James Raven, a fun follow on Twitter, a veteran of the game, a legend of the game, and someone who I've not read a lot of his work, but is highly touted throughout the EFED Twitter community. So shout out to James Raven. He's been absolutely positive with us and a fun handler. So making number 8's a big deal. And I can tell you, the man had 19 votes, Brian,
Very good.
on the
All
EFED
right.
Podcast Countdown.
And Vodka Black says number 1 in her heart. And
Number
you know
1
what?
in her heart.
You know, folks, anyone listening, anyone seeing this later, well, I mean, honestly, let's be fair. The people who don't watch this at all and then have opinions, that's the right way to go about it. Like, that's how she feels. Word up. We don't. Hey, James Raven, he's up in here. But yeah, we don't have any. We have no dog in this fight.
That's right. James Raven is a great handler, a great role player. Apparently, I looked at Fight NYC when I was looking for a role play fed to enroll my comedy character recently, and let's just say I can't believe they brought back 10,000 word role plays. So
Hey.
shout out to Fight NYC. I
Well,
can't
I've
do that.
heard there's a marriage proposal, in character, of course, going on in the chat here. Atara Themis has proposed to James Raven. As you beg, D-Lo.
There he is.
The fucking...
Shout out to D-Lo making the top 100 countdown this year.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can do mine easier. He's not even.
Can you
the same
full
room.
screen this?
Yeah, hold on. Well, can I without being a fucking? Oh yeah, I can't. Hold up. Add. I can't. Maybe it'd be a big fucking thing.
There's D-Lo. Real quick, D-Lo, take a look. There he is, my good boy.
Go.
He's been hanging out with us the entire time. Shout out to D-Lo. D-Lo Brown, my favorite wrestler of all time, and named the dog after him. He is a what do they call these border collies? There's Kane.
There he
Shout out
is.
to Kane.
There he is. Hey, look at that. Hey, Frank. Up there. Oh, Baba. Look at you. Look at you, big fat face fuck.
There you go. The dog love.
All right,
D-Lo's
buddy.
laying down. He won't let me pick him up.
Go fuck off. Oh.
Fight, no word limit. You just decide that with your heart. Check it out. If you don't have a word limit in your heart and you want to roleplay to your heart's content, Fight NYC is the place to go. They're hot. They're new. They are in charge. I love it. I'm going to pay more attention. And even though I can't compete, maybe you can at Fight NYC.
Fight NYC. Check that shit out.
There you go.
Fight NYC. Holla at us for sponsorship.
Okay. They are big puppies. Thank you, Meg. Love the dog love here on the EFED podcast. Shout out to James Raven making number 8 on the countdown.
It's why I've not seen D-Lo in quite some time. And when he popped up with just the paws on
He's
his
huge,
chest,
dude.
I was like, holy shit.
For a border collie, he's fucking big.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Kane is being...
Your dog's bigger. He's thicker.
Well,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I mean, he's all muscle, fucking, 89 pounds or some shit.
I had to leave Afina upstairs because she's pit bull and what do they call it? The dogs with the weird blue eyes. Huskies. Husky. She's a husky and a pit bull.
Shit.
So she's really small compared
It's
to D-Lo.
It's like a long hair pit bull?
No, she's strong and she's short haired, but she's got the bright blue eyes.
Boy, that's crazy.
She's dope. Great dog, beautiful.
So he's 3/4 Razor's Edge. Your American pit bull, but 1/4 American bulldog. That's what gives him the size and the big bulbous head and etc.
Yeah, Dan. As far as pitty, but husky eyes, very much so. So not as buff as a pit bull, but like very much so looks like a small pit bull, but with the husky eyes and husky ears straight up in the air.
So like a short hair, husky terrier.
Yes, exactly. It's a great dog, very loyal, and I love both my dogs. Shout out to D'Lo and Afina.
Well, D-Lo was always great. Your cats were always weird. I hope to once again sleep on your couch and be bothered by your cats.
We no longer have any cats, so not only were you bothered, but my son was also allergic, so cats are out the door. All right, Brian. Speaking of cats, dogs, and ravens, we're moving on to number 7 on the countdown.
Oh, buddy, look at that! Oh, hey, Tom, hey, all right, before I do it, Tom was concerned. He's like, "Hey, the death video might be a little long. Do you think you can fit it in anywhere?" Yeah.
Freeway. You fit it in freeway.
Does he not know we like run bits into the ground akin to like SNL?
So Ned Reform makes the list at number 7. He is of DefianceWrestling.com. Brian, here's what .com so I can drink.
Well, I mean, he's fired. He's fired.com. So that's 2 drinks.
Oh, that's 2 drinks.
Hey, Joe's fired.com. Drink it up.
There you have it. Ned Reform, also of ShootProject.com earlier this year in 2021.
The reason he's fired.
So Joe was fired again, so take another drink.
God damn it.
Brian, you're punishing yourself at this point.
I mean, but god damn it, the rules were made against me.
So Joe has been fired, and he is of DefianceWrestling.com, formerly of ShootProject.com earlier this year. He also got some votes there, so shout out to those guys. I know Joe would be remiss if he didn't thank them as well.
Well, he also was fired.
Welcome to his Ned talk.
He's also been fired, like for.
Shut up.
Another place. Where was that?
Classic-wrestling.com.
I mean,
guys, we're happy to promote your shit. Just send us your videos, and we will plug this in all the time.
I won't spend $18 on the template like I did Mikey's, but but send me your logo. I'll find something. I'm like, yo, I need $20.
So Count Novik for number 1, still looking pretty good, Brian, according to Rosteron.
Oh, Ross, fuck out of here, bud.
All right, number 7, Ned Reform. Congrats, Joe. I know it's a bit for you to get fired on the show, but shout out to you. Found e-wrestling again in 2020 because of the Efed podcast. We'd love to hear it.
And for a deep underlying desire to be fired.
One more drink before we move on.
Damn it. I mean, hold on. I did not fire him.
Joe, you're fired. Take a drink, Brian.
This is a fucked up game.
All right, moving on. Number 6 on the top 100 countdown. Who we got, Brian?
Oh, let's see.
Oh,
god damn!
It's the man, the myth, the legend.
The down from number 2.
Number 2 last year, number 6 this year. You'd love to see it. It is Sean Warstein. Is the man we know as Fuzz. He is the original OG of the Efed podcast. He is the man, the first patron of the Efed podcast. Brian is out.
I'm trying to cut to anything other than
promo for Fuzz. No.
Fucking Fuzz.
So shout out to Fuzz. Fuzz has been the number 1 first patron we had on Patreon.com. He is the number 1 retweeter and showmaster of the Efed podcast since we got started. He was number 2 last year and number 6 this year on the EFED Podcast Top 100 Countdown. And he's been a terrific number 2 in classic-wrestling.com as a staff member. He's helped me with roleplay judging. He's helped me with match rating. He's helped me with organization. The man is terrific. He has been one of the best friends I've found because of the EFED Podcast. Shout out to Fuzz, Sean, Jeremy, whatever you call him. Shout out to Fuzz, my guy, my man. Sean Warstein making number 6. Sean _Warstein on Twitter. Fight NYC is the Fed he reps right now. Is Fuzz, my guy.
Sean _ not a real producer. Fuck your life, Warstein. No, I honestly, it's been I assume it's been close to, or if not, 1 calendar year. I would feel remiss if I did not say I don't remember why I hate Fuzz.
It's a gimmick. It's a shtick.
It was something that started the last
Countdown.
TEFP. Yeah, we did it just audio only on the Discord. So, anyone out there?
He says, "All good. I am the producer."
all right. So
that's what started it. That's what it is.
Oh no, that's not what started. He kicked that bullshit up like 2 months ago. So, all right. You know what? Now, I got a reason.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck Fuzz. Hold up. Let's see what we can do. Number 6. We're good. Okay, boom. Let's see.
It's like when Butters gets grounded and his father forgets why he grounds him.
You know what? I should have done this for his bullshit from the jump. Boom. There it is. Number 6. Fucking who the fuck cares? Who the fuck can read it? If you don't like it, fuck you. Figure it out. Because you're the fucking producer. I was about to go on a whole thing about how it's been a funny bit for, literally long-term booking. A whole year of yeah, fuck Fuzz. And I don't even know why. But fuck. Now,
Brian, one time, just one time, say you appreciate Fuzz.
Nah. Nah.
He's promoted us. He's retweeted us. He's put out everything we ever put out. Just one time, say you appreciate Fuzz.
Does he pay any money that comes to me?
Yes, he does.
Thank you, Fuzz.
Every month since week 1.
All right. Hey, say less. That's what I say. Thank you, Fuzz.
There it is. Never will ever be said again on the EFED podcast. Thank you, Fuzz, from both of us.
You also suck dick. Fuck you.
Merry Christmas.
But hey, but don't stop paying or nothing.
No. Love you, Fuzz. Shout out to Fuzz.
Fucking Vodka Black. I was on your side. Meg, goddamn, I'm on your side. And here, you two, you're like, do it, say it, rah! Hold on. Hold on. You win? What do you win? You win another timeout. Bye, bud.
Oh, timed out. Oh, how do you do it? You love to see it.
10 minutes.
That's awesome.
Can
you believe we've reached the top 5?
Ooh.
The top 5 of the top 100 countdown, Brian.
Have we? Shit.
Now listen, before we hit number 5, don't put it up yet.
I'm not, but that bullshit fucking with Fuzz, I fucked them all up. Was he? No, he wasn't 6, was he?
Yes, he was.
No one gives that much of a fuck about him.
All right, guys.
Hey, folks.
Now listen, before we move on, number 5 did not make the list last year.
Oh.
Number 5 was Twitter's number 1 vote. Before I added in Discord and Google votes. Number 5 is a person who's debuting and had more votes than 90% of the top 100 countdown. Brian, hit number 5 right now.
Hold on. Because I do it.
I'm trying to save you time, so let's hit number 5 right about...
Hold on, I'm doing it, but you can't see it, so I'm trying to figure it out.
Now.
Fuzz did this.
Fuzz did this, number 0 producer.
Yeah, that's where we're at. Fuzz's legitimately, his anti-production caused this.
Number 5 didn't make the list last year, is the Twitter's number 1 and top 5 this year.
I mean, hold up. You keep teeing it up, but like, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Check out fswnetwork.com. Power to the Smarks.
Putting the mark back in Mark Smarts.
EWTs.com. Check out the Frat
Frat
Life. Check out Mikey Money. Check out EWT. Check out 5BW. Defiance Wrestling. Check out classic.efedders.com.
All right, folks, you're about to see what he caused, and then I'm going to figure it out. So, boom, it's there, it's live.
Come on, guys.
And you can't see it, of course, because that's what
Elo, come here, buddy.
That's what Fuzz does.
Come on up.
Fuzz fucks shit up. Thanks, Fuzz.
There he is. He's back.
Entertain him, dog. Yes. Oh, man. Why did I do this?
Elo, good boy.
Transform. 5. Transform. Stretch the screen. Okay. Puts it way up there. That's fucking weird. Oh, here we go. Y'all won't see it just yet, but I've got this sorted out. Ready? Everybody ready? Number 5.
Number 5, here we go. Twitter's number 1. There it is. Betsy Granger. Shout out to number 5. Betsy Granger, also of Pro Wrestling. Forgot what PWE stands for. I'm drunk, guys. I apologize. I almost joined it the other day.
Pro Wrestling Entertainment.
Pro Wrestling Excellence.
Excellent. Oh, yes, right. Because I said on the podcast last week, I assume they must be excellent.
Excellent.
At Pro Wrestling.
Also, they were a former Efed Spotlight on the Efed Podcast. So shout out to Pro Wrestling Excellence. The Fed head is Dickie Watson. Also made top 100 countdown.
Hey!
As a handler. So Pro Wrestling Excellence, also of Fight NYC, and also XWF99.com. Say .com, Brian.
.com.
Take a drink.
God damn it. I don't like this game.
XWF99.com, Fight NYC, Pro Wrestling Excellence.
There it is. Fire
Betsy
Fuzz.
Granger got more votes than anybody from Twitter exclusively.
Oh, wow.
So, didn't make the list last year. Huge on the list this year. I'm honestly inclined to check her out and check out her work in Pro Wrestling Excellence, Fight, and XWF. Betsy Granger crushing the game this year. Like, seriously, went from just missing the list last year to, let me see, 20 votes this year.
Oh, shit. James Raven says, my baby.
My baby.
Baby. Baby. Baby. Baby.
Betsy, XWF. That's my girl. A woman without a helmet. Rebellious was a way off. Fire Fuzz, Pro Wrestling Excellence.
Yeah. Fire Fuzz. Everyone, like, ignore the rest of this. Like, really hammer down on that Fire Fuzz.
Hashtag Justice for Fuzz.
Hey, where is Where is your boy? Where is fucking Lucha Mask Emporium?
Ron Hall, he's not
Ron
on this
Hall.
list,
We
for
need to
sure.
get Ron Hall on the Fire Fuzz ticket.
Yes, but congratulations to everyone who's made the list thus far. Congratulations to Betsy Granger. I am honestly excited to read her work because from not making the list to being top 5 and being Twitter's #1 vote, I have to read her work. So I'm gonna check out those feds. Betsy Granger, I
100%.
believe a time traveler in the way of Henry Keys.
Oh shit! So she wears like dust goggles from a.
I don't know about that. All right, Brian, hold on. Before we get to number 4,
Oh,
I just want to say the next 4 handlers in the top 4 have been terrific to me as a handler, to me as a Fed head, to me as a podcast host. The next 4 have all or will be featured guests on the show.
oh,
They all or will be handlers that we've both encountered. And they all or will be a ton of fun. Brian, I'm excited to bring you number 4 on the Efed podcast. And incredibly, a man who placed after finding e-wrestling again through the Efed podcast.
oh. Who is
Number 4 on this year's countdown. Hit that music.
I don't have music. Fuck.
Hit
Hold
that result.
on. Hold on. Again, because of Fuzz, they're all fucked up.
Number 4, not 40.
Yeah, I guess nothing's in the place that it's supposed to be, and this is a Fuzz situation. Yeah, fuck, hold on. I don't know where it's at.
Wife said fire Brian and fire Fuzz.
Huh?
You're both fired. You and Fuzz.
No, he did fire Brian, hire Fuzz. So
Oh, hire Fuzz. There
Yeah.
you go.
So
Hire
MJ,
Fuzz.
So MJ is fired from
MJ's fired. Blacklist Yana is fired. DefiantWrestling.com. Number 4 on your countdown, Brian. Who is it?
I'm trying to get it. I have it up, but it's not showing.
Here's my beer, guys. Enjoy Brewdog's Hoppy Christmas.
We might.
It was all smooth and great until we got drunk.
Well, until fucking Fuzz.
Any guesses on what number 4 is going to be?
Yeah,
That's what I want to see in chat right
In
now.
the chat, yeah. Everybody pontificate.
What's number 4 going to be? We got 4 people left. Who are we going to see in the top 4? I want to see your votes. Who are the top 4 in e-fedding top 100 countdown today? I see a Capacity. I see Double Decker returning. I see Capacity again. Or Pat Cassidy, sorry. Cassidy says Meg. Says Rossaron. This is great. I'm commentating the chat. It's fantastic.
Hey. It's, vamp.
Count Novik, says Alex Bruder. Bobby Dean, says Brock. Triple Decker, says Ross.
Shit.
Bobby Dean for number 1, says Lindsay Troy, who has yet to be announced in the top 5. The anticipation is mounting as we speak, Brian.
Hey. Just keep going. Keep vamping. I got it. I just got to get it.
4 people who have not been in my kitchen, says Rebellious Dink. Gunnar Van Patten, GVP for the top 5.
Who?
You know the man, GVP.
Who?
He is basically Rambo.
Oh. Pile old bodies.
I'm glad that reminded you. Yeah, Pile of Bodies, Gunnar Van Patten, GVP.
Yeah. Well, I don't mean to be like, fuck him.
Ryan, what's going on with the graphics right now?
Hey, just keep vamping. I got it. We're gonna be good from here on out. Just keep it moving. Crack that beer.
Keep it moving. I'm cracking another Hoppy Christmas from Brewdog. Shout out to them as I fill my beer.
Once again, it's Fuzz. It's my fault. It's my fault for fucking deal. Okay, all right.
No, number 4.
Number 4. We're ready for that. So, let's go ahead and lead it off right before we get to it.
Number 4. Here we go. It's about time. Number 4, Pat Cassidy. It was just fuzz, guys.
Well, it was a combination of fuzz meets an HR issue. Joe's been fired so many fucking times.
I just said I spit up beer. It was just foam, just for your record. It was trying to get up the hoppy toppy of this IPA.
Hoppy toppy, not to be confused with sloppy toppy.
Not to be confused with sloppy toppy.
Because woo.
Here we go. Pat Cassidy makes number 4 after being reintroduced to e-fedding in 2020 with the Efed Podcast. Defiance shootproject.com, defiancewrestling.com.
Damn.
Dad, take your drink.
God damn it. So, what? Take 2 drinks. He's also
If I
fired.
barf, I didn't fucking barf, first of all. If you know what throwing up is versus what throwing up foam is.
MJ, one of the smartest things he's ever said, is
Joe,
one of the nicest fucking guys in the game. And that is very, very true. And that is why he honestly has become the subject of this "you're fired" gimmick. You know what I mean? Like
because he's too nice.
Yeah. So you're fired. Fuck you.
Shout out to rebellious dink Robbie Bourbon. I'm drinking Ovaltine, he says.
Well, he popped on the list this year.
Heels got snubbed, and Gorman made the list.
Indeed. All right, it's oh shit, it's almost midnight, bud.
Oh fuck. Okay, let's hurry this up. Top 3, Brian.
3 is 3 going.
We've got 3 to go. Ooh, it can be named.
What the fuck? All right, so 3 is not gonna work good for me either. Hold on, give me 1 sec. Fuck you, Fuzz.
This is Fuzz's fault. And rebellious dink Bobby Bourbon has number infinity on the list.
Fuzz did this. God.
Bobby Bourbon, I will tell you what you made here on the list if you will hold with me. I think the issue with you was people voted for both Robbie and Bobby Bourbon.
Oh.
So you lost votes between the two. Robbie Bourbon was number 136 out of 100 this year. I apologize, you made the list last year. Robbie Bourbon just missed by a handful of votes this year. He made number 136, and Bobby Bourbon made number 247 on the list. So not as close as Robbie, but just missed the list regardless.
Oh, I got number 2 queued up, but I'm trying to get number 3 going. God damn it. Fuzz, you fucking suck.
Rebellious Dink says 247 plus 132 equals 379. Very good.
Sure, okay. I push the buttons that don't do the math. Alright, boom. I'll figure. I don't even need to do this one. So, we're number 4, right?
Yes, that was where we were at. We're on number 3 now.
Number 3.
Number 3 this year on the top 100 countdown is
Boom, 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 boom. Ah, you hate to see it, Chrissy.
You hate to see it. It's Arthur Pleasant.
God damn it.
MJ's last character to make the list. He made multiple characters from Courtney Hatchett to Arthur Pleasant to Vito Valentino and more. Check him out at Pleasant_Arthur on Twitter, Defiant Shoot, and HighOctaneWrestling.com.
Yeah. Yep. Oh shit! Hold on. Well, I can't not do it. Boom.
Arthur Pleasant taking the list at number 3 this year. Congratulations to MJ, great handler, and the classic.wrestling.com and real world player.
And number 2. Ready for 2?
Ready for 2.
Ow!
Bobby Dean makes the list at number 2.
I mean, hold up.
Congratulations, Bobby Dean.
The drinking game is if he says something funny, we're supposed to drink.
We're supposed to drink.
But
Bobby
him making number 2 is hilarious.
That in itself is worth a drink.
I mean, yeah. Cheers to the ridiculousness of Bobby Dean making number 2.
Bobby Dean, he joined 17 feds to get it. He deserved it.
Wait, hold up. So he's in this one. Boom.
He went classic-wrestling.com. Former tag team champion, part of BDSM, Bobby Dean and some man. Also part of DefianceWrestling.com.
Well, I mean, kind of. I don't think he actually
In
is.
2021, he was.
Yeah.
Also part of HighOctaneWrestling.com, HOWrestling.com. Take a drink.
God damn it.
Also of ShootProject.com.
Shoot! Pop!
Take a drink.
Hey, next time, I can't. No.
I'm hammered, guys. Here we go. And finally, Brian. Shout out to Bobby Dean, great handler, Booby Dean on Twitter, classic, def, how, and shoot. Pop.
Shoot, pop.
Number 1 on the Efed Podcast Top 100 Countdown in 2021. Same as 2020. Here we go. Number 1 votes, 29 votes.
Come on. That was 2?
That was 2.
That was 2. All right. Okay. I don't know if this will show properly. If it doesn't, we're going to transition to a different screen because I have that as well. But let's see.
Queued up. Here we go.
Boom. Nope. Just a machine. All right. Let's do this. Recaps. Well, let's do this. Real quick. Before we go to number 1. Drum roll, please.
Drum roll.
We're going to show a 10 through 2 recap with Mikey and my beautiful characters. Although he looks debonair and I look a fat schlub. Boom.
10 through 2. Teresa Ames, Oscar Burns, James Raven, Ned Reform, Sean Warstein, Betsy Granger, Pat Cassidy, Arthur Pleasant, and beautiful Bobby Dean.
Oh, and no one. You ready for it?
Number 1.
I don't have any music ready or any like. Pew, 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 pew. I should. I don't. But you ready?
Ready.
3.
Two.
Hold on. Everybody in the chat, are you ready?
Are you ready?
All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's get it.
Number 1, 2 years in a row, two-time first place winner, Lindsay Troy hits the top 100 number one countdown 2 times in a row. And Brian, we've got a secret reveal video. Are you ready?
No, I'm not. What are you talking about?
So shout out Lindsay Troy at Hail the Queen.
Hail the
LT
Queen
on Twitter.
Fucking the 2-time winner. Hail the Queen. I mean, what could be more apropos?
We have a special surprise video. Don't tune out yet, folks. There is a surprise coming as soon as Brian figures out how.
Oh, I got it queued up. There's a surprise coming, and for everyone still watching, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to tap back in to some Efed legacy. And here we go. 3, 2, and 1.
There you have it, folks. Prime-Wrestling.com. The newest, hottest RP Fed around. Check it out. Prime-Wrestling.com. Congrats to Lindsay Troy for making number one on the Efed Podcast Top 100 Countdown 2 years in a row. This year receiving 29 votes on the countdown. Congratulations. That is incredible. A great accomplishment for everyone. Great accomplishment for Lindsay Troy, the number one efedder 2 years running. Check out Prime. It's coming back from Primetime Central. Prime-Wrestling.com.
Goodbyes don't have to last forever. And we referenced it earlier, but shout out to Tom Ford. He put that Prime video together. We had to switch some audio late in the game, but you know, nothing to his fault. Just trying to dodge these copyright issues.
Questions from the crowd. Last question I'm going to answer. How many votes did Arthur Bobby get? So I'm going to answer the top 5, Brian. Are you ready?
I was not listening. Sure.
Top 5 votes. Betsy Granger got 21 votes. Congratulations to Betsy Granger for 21.
Good on you.
Pat Cassidy, 23 votes.
Fired. He's fired. He's fired. He does not work here. No votes.
Number 4, Pat Cassidy.
All right, drink.
23 votes. Arthur Pleasant at 3, 24 votes. Strong considerations at number 3. Number 2, Bobby Dean, 25 votes. Congrats to Bobby Dean. And finally, Lindsay Troy, 29 votes, ran away with it this year.
Ran off.
Last year she won by 1 vote. This year wins by 4.
I mean, just you know, Fuzz was 2 last year, so.
Buzz dropped from 2 to 6, and we saw many others increase and decrease in votes. So shout out to everyone, not only who voted this year, but who placed in the top 100 countdown. Thank you to each and every one of you who tuned in this year for the top 100. This has been a great experiment for us. I'm hammered. I love the drinking game.
Hey, I hate the drinking game. Matter of fact, I think my camera just died. but we do not need any excuse to drink.
We don't need an excuse to drink. Brian is still and dead. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for the Top 100. Please tune in soon. Keep following this channel. We're going to increase with the number of shows we do on Twitch. We're going to do more countdowns. We're going to do more stuff, including next week when we do the top 50 tag teams in e-wrestling. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining the Efed Podcast. I am your host, Mikey Unlikely. Brian is your producer. He is your co-host. And thanks, as always, for joining us. I'm Mikey. That's Brian. This is the Efed Podcast Top 100, where the wrestling is written, but the characters are real.